Two young hearts chasing dreams so far. Never thought we'd end up where we are. Now your name in arena lights, crowd screaming every night. But somewhere in the fame and noise, we forgot the love we had before. I was there before the millions, before the lights and arenas. Now they say it's child support, but it used to just be us. Oh, we were young and fearless, no contracts, no business. Now the love we built from the start got lawyers in the middle of our hearts. They now the whole world got something to say about the love that slipped away. Money, fame, and everything changed the way we see things. So let the ladies talk tonight. Tell us who was wrong or right. Put the story on the floor. Let the truth open the door. Ladies first and Sunday 5 p.m. and melanin on the mic tonight. Boom. Fatty and Ali in the room. The untouchable empire making moves. I was there before the millions, before the world could see us. Now the story changed somehow, but we were real back then. And now, ladies talking truth reveal, every scar about to heal. Sunday night, the truth on fire.
The content presented on the following show is intended for satirical and educational purposes only. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by panelists and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of the host, production team, or channel. Additionally, any third-party content featured in this program is used in compliance with fair use under United States copyright law, which allows for commentary, criticism, news report, teaching, and research. Viewer discretion is advised, and we encourage independent thought and discussion.
Yo, shout out to Fatty, shout out to Ali. It's ladies first, baby. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the show.
They say men lead the way, and behind every move, every war, every throne has always been a woman. She nurtures, she shapes, she survives, since she speaks, not just to be heard, but to shift the room. Because when the world gets loud, and 'tis her silence that says the most. This is not about taking over. This is about finally being heard. This is Ladies First.
Like, a man is going to do what a man is going to do. You can't, I wouldn't want a man to tell me how to be a woman.
So the real problem with relationship is women have no trust in men anymore. You want me to be submissive to you. You want me to treat you as the king that you deserve to be. If I am not having the mentality of a queen, if I am not having a mentality of a lifelong partner that needs to consider my man and make sure that I'm able to be here and please my man and think of it in that manner, if I do not have that mentality, I cannot give you what you want.
Women really aren't doing that. Like Ali said, most women are focused on getting their degrees, what they want to do, their personal life, making sure that they don't lose themselves in a man or their kids and things like that. And that is one of the issues with dating today. And the reason why a lot of men are cheating is because men aren't getting what they need in the home. In order to make sure your man doesn't cheat, you have to do a lot. It's a lot of work.
Y'all wouldn't believe them anyway. So if you are the ones with the issue of distrust, you are the problem. I'm sorry, you can't say a woman is the problem when you initially don't believe her when she enters the market anyway.
If you're on Instagram and your panties and bra, and he comes into your DM, what part of respect do you think he coming in there with? And you're saying because you're a woman, you can be on Instagram in your panties and bra. As a woman who's a couple of decades older than you, and I'm going to tell you that you're going to get what you get.
It's time to do.
Welcome, friends, to the Ladies First show. I am not the host, and I forgot about it. My bad. My bad, Melanie. Now you go ahead.
No, you're fine. You're fine. But welcome back for another Ladies First. Appreciate everyone for being here. Remember to hit the like button, everyone. Go to all the creators' channels and hit the like button. Let's not forget about the daily goals as well. But before we get into it, we're going to introduce the panel. Oh, Bunny she went black. She might need to reset. But DAYLON is here.
Bunny, if any of y'all get a black screen, just refresh, okay? It's probably a phone call. Go ahead, Melanie.
No worries. So we're going to introduce the panel, and it's going to be the ladies first, of course. So DAYLON, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Hi. And of course, Coco is in the building again. Hi. And we have Bunny in the building. She's loading. She might need to get together, but of course. Oh, there she is. Hi, Bunny. Welcome.
I think my internet is acting up. I got kicked out. Can everyone hear me?
Yes,
yeah,
we hear you. So Bunny, close all the apps that you're not using. And if somebody calls you, the screen is going to be black. You just have to refresh, okay? If you put on Do Not Disturb, probably going to solve most of the problems. So we're going to go from there. Okay, go ahead, Mel.
No worries. Of course, I'm Melanin Legacy in the building. Hi, everybody. I'm going to ignore all of that. Okay, so let's get our fellas in there. Ron, welcome in. And C Banter, thank you for being here.
Hello.
And of course, the host, Fatty, is in the building.
Thank you
How
very
you doing,
much.
Fatty?
Terrible. Thank you for asking.
You're fine. So we do have an icebreaker. We have some more people coming in later. So right now we're going to get into the icebreaker. So go ahead, Fatty, play it for us.
And once again, friends, we have the goals to achieve. So if you guys can become a members and participate on the Cash App and the PayPal goal, I'd truly appreciate it. Like the video on your way in, okay? Thank you very much. And support everybody that is streaming, no matter what is the platform you're watching. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Let me pull the video, and then we go from there.
For toxic energy. So I think there's still some more healing that I need to do, because when I look back on all of these energies, it's a shame I gave them so much time and there were sweet energies that I didn't. Yeah. And so now I see those sweet energies getting married and starting families. I'm just like, dang, that probably could have been me if I recognized the security in those individuals at the time.
Let me pause it for a second, just for fair use, because this look like a radio station.
And like now, I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely feeling that now. I'm aware that there's something going on. There's something wrong.
What do you think it is that attracts you to like toxic energy?
I think they just seem really exciting at first. The chemistry is incredible. And they don't even always be fine. It's not even that like they're sexy or something. I mean, well, they're sexy, but they don't be the finest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's just an energy. Sometimes it's convenience, what we talk about. A lot of the sweeter energies that I felt like weren't for me. I could see myself falling asleep a little bit on the phone. So I don't know if that's like, if boring is good or not. Like, I'm trying to figure out what that means. Like,
it's the thrill.
Yeah.
It's the thrill of it.
Yeah.
What's
absolutely.
your sign?
Aries.
Oh, yeah. Fire
What's
sign.
yours?
I'm a Leo.
Oh,
we the same person.
Oh
my God. I can't believe it. Now I understand.
Oh my God. Yeah, Leos. Yeah.
Your music feels very intimate.
Before we actually answer a serious question, I have a question for Chiki, right? Sorry, ladies, we have to do this. Stupidest question of the year. If signs determine who you are, why do these dumb women don't see if the sign matches with them and run away from the person? Like, if a sign is really something that is saying, oh, we are compatible, we shouldn't be with each other, why are these women say, oh my God, you are Aries, and they don't go on ChatGPT and says, does Aries match with me? And they move along. Like, what is going on with this signs thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they do look, and they just overlook. Like, I feel like a lot of the things they do it well, as informed as they can be, no matter how bad we may view it. I think women have a more informed view than we think they do. So yeah, I don't know. I can't explain why they.
Anybody on the panel ever dodged the relationship because of a sign, because they were Capricorn? Anyone? What about you, Bunny? Damn, Bunny said I want to talk with y'all.
Good one, Bunny. Good one.
Let's start the show.
Time to do.
Go ahead, Mel.
Okay, so Coco, based off seeing the clip, what do you think about what she had to say?
Man, that's a lot of women. I believe most women, when they hit their mid-30s, what I'm appreciative that Ari did, is that she said it out loud. But for a lot of times, women don't say it out loud. They know it's happening, but they still live in a delusion. And I'm sorry, Chiki, you said something about how women are more informed. But do you believe because women are more informed, they make better decisions, being more informed with their dating choices?
Not necessarily. I think that all I was saying is, like, they have some type of system, whether we view it to be immature or, have some type of fallacy, they still using some level of logic to make a determination, right? I don't think that saying women are illogical is a good thing. I think we make excuses when we do that. I just think we should accept that they have a flawed logic that just needs to be correct.
Isn't the flawed logic illogical?
No, because that's not the meaning of logic itself, or not reasoning, right? There's some level of reasoning there, whether it be completed or make sense to you. There's a system that they're following within their minds that just leads to bad outcomes. Me and you can say we can re-improvise or introduce a new system for better outcomes, but they're still thinking. It just doesn't look or produce any outcomes that we would want for people we care about or our own, wives, daughters, whatever the case.
Coco, what exactly, do you think that's most women? On that video, there's most women when she's talking about herself and realizing that she's has an affinity for this problematic man. Do you think that most women when do women sober up? Because I always knew I like big booty Brazilians since I was 17. Nobody, I didn't have to get a come to Jesus moment. I didn't have to go to trauma. I knew what I like. I know sometimes it will be problematic, but it is what it is, right? So, why it usually takes so long for a woman to actually get this moment of this epiphany? Why does it take so long? 3 decades for them to be on this planet to understand that they are attracted to the wrong dudes?
Because women feel like women live in a fantasy world. Women have been brought up to believe that anything they think they can do, and that's why they think that way.
Dylan, what's your thoughts on the clip?
Well, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
There wasn't really much that she said, but from what I heard, I mean, I think it's a good thing that she was able to say and she was honest about liking a toxic situation and acknowledging that you don't really get nothing out of it. So she learned something from that poor decision. I'm not really a fan of overrepresenting zodiac signs as like a means to, suggest why a decision is influenced. Because I'm an Aries myself, and I do not like a toxic situation or relationship at all. But yeah, I just think it's a good thing to acknowledge when something is not healthy or good. So
Nice. I'm an Aries too, and I was like, she can't be using the zodiac like that. Happy early birthday is our time. We waiting on it. But Bunny, what's your opinion about the clip that you saw?
So I just hear a person giving her individual experience. She made poor choices, and she, like what the other young lady said, Dylan, she changed and as she realized that her choices gave her negative results. I won't um I won't zodiac sign it, and I won't gender it as a woman thing making bad decisions.
Okay. So I think it's kind of interesting that she reached a certain age and now she's wanting to say that she wish she would have gave what she calls the nicer guy a chance. I think she should just be happy with her choices and just what type of man that you like, but you shouldn't want to like go back to pick the nicer man to now waste his time because that's not who you really want to be with, or that's who you would have always been with. So this is to me one of those moments where like you can see a woman hitting the wall and she's having a lot of regrets, but I don't see what she's regretting. You liked what you like, so just be happy with what's happening in your life at this point.
I would have to disagree with that, Legacy.
Uh-oh.
Why?
I think because she was able to acknowledge that I don't get anything out of this. It's not beneficial to the man. It's not beneficial to me. Nobody really wins out of it. I mean, unless someone finds someone, that they're compatible with. I think that being able to acknowledge that will somehow influence the way a woman is in a relationship and how she treats men and how to recognize something good when she has it. And I think that that's grounds for a second chance. I think if you do say, hey, this is the kind of guy I should be with, you can now approach it the way that you should and actually give the man what he deserves in the relationship. So I'm all for second chances.
Yeah, but that's to me, that's a woman's mindset because a man would have rather you knew better all along. Like this is where it's like women be wanting the grace and it's like, oh, pick me now because now I know better. But I can go pick somebody that doesn't have these experiences that already knew better. So that's what I'm saying. It's just, I think with women, there's always moments where they're trying to feel like there's opportunities to redeem themselves instead of just understanding the mistakes and maybe speaking for someone that hasn't made those choices yet, but to like think there's some sort of redemption that's supposed to be had. I think it's unfair. That's just me.
And Melanin, there's another clip that's even worse than this one where I believe the host asked, when's the last time you got your heart broken? And Ari's like 2 weeks ago because she was talking to a dude for 2 weeks on the phone with him for 6 hours. And then when she went to the location he was at, he was like, I can't see you. Let me see if I can fit you in my agenda, blah, 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 blah. So she didn't learn anything.
I don't know if that's so. There's two different things happening. I think that first clip, it doesn't sound like she's looking for redemption. It just sounds like she's being retrospective about her decision making skills and about what the outcomes have been. And then in that clip you're talking about, I don't know how people can predict somebody not being able to show up. So I can't really fault her for that because I don't have enough context. Maybe she says this guy was always unavailable emotionally or something. But if you're talking to somebody for 6 hours a day for 2 weeks straight, the expectation is when it's time to meet, you'll meet. But if he cancels, I can't say that's on her. All right. Or that she didn't learn anything. I think the first clip contradicts that idea.
I have something to say about that. As a 30-something years old, is extremely juvenile for you to be talking on the phone with someone for 6 hours. It sounds like you like the butterfly thing. I'm excited to talk with you on the beginning stage. Like 6 hours for a person over the age of 30 is completely out of line. Like respectfully, like I said, it's the puppy thing. It's the puppy love. And this is what people that are addicted to toxic relationships usually do. They love bomb each other in the beginning, and they can't get away from each other, and they talk with each other on the phone all the time, and they laugh, and they watch Game of Thrones from the season 1 to season 7, and everything looks perfect until reality now eats, and now you actually have to deal with the real person that's in front of you. And respectfully, as a probably very successful 30 something years old, if you have 6 hours per day to talk with the person on the phone, I think you should be more than prepared to deal with disappointment. Is the expectations that kill these relationships. Straight up, is the expectations. Because if you are on this planet for I don't know how many years, Bunny, if it's possible, change either the browser. If you can, change either the browser, like go to Microsoft Edge or Chrome or something like that, or change the device. If you have like a tablet or something like that, try to go from there. Okay, that probably is going to help you a little bit more. But as I was saying, like this is like you as a 30-something years old, you should be more prepared than a 22-year-old. And she's talking like a late teen, early, like I'm going to college woman. She did. Oh, he broke my heart.
Yeah. Did we see that clip?
Sure. She's no, we didn't. This is what.
Okay, I was about to say. I missed that.
No. This is what Coco was saying, right? But even looking at like how she talks about the relationship, what she said is something that been on this space for a while. And shout out to Coach Greg Adams because he was the one that actually the first time I saw this clip, and I'm going to play it for y'all so I understand, and then we go from there. We'll get Ron over here to see what he thinks about it. Okay, so let me play this real quick, and then we go from there and see if you spot any differences. Okay, and thank you very much, friends, for super chatting the show and supporting. We're going to read the super chats as soon as we get a break.
And here's a secret that many guys don't know, especially in today's day and age, is that women love nice guys. We may not understand how much we love and appreciate them until we're a little older, and we've gotten that sort of asshole phase out of our systems. I'd say by our late 20s, early 30s is the point in our lives when we're just exhausted by the jerks and we have no time in our lives anymore for them. So we really start looking for men who we know will be great long-term partners, aka nice guys, right? And that's you.
Bum, 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 bum. Hey Ron, what do you think about what you saw in the video? And what do you think about what you saw in the video and what happened on this one too? First the video that she said, and then this one.
The whole aspect is I think women on the panel are being disingenuous because they know at the end of the day, majority of them dated toxic men. That's a fact. Majority of them on this panel. If we really do a poll, if every woman on this panel have they ever dated a toxic man, majority of them would say yes. Have they ever dated a nice guy later on down the line when they older and their age currently at the moment? So I'm being honest. Women love nice guys because they like to use nice guys. They love toxic men because toxic men give them that thrill they've been looking for. Nice guys are boring. I learned it from a past relationship when I used to be nice to women and all these other things. A woman told me, "Yeah, you're a sweet guy, but you're boring." She told me straight up, "You're boring." But then when I turn it up a notch, that's when she started calling me. That's when she started going wet underneath the knees for me because they understand that That toxicity brings their mind to a whole different level. If guys can understand that, the whole world will be in a peaceful place. Damn. And it's calling to Ari Lennox comment. That's why she loves toxic men, because it's fun, it's exciting. She's able to sleep good at night. A nice guy, nah, not so easy.
Hey, Dylan, after you watch the video, do you maintain the second chance things? Because at this point, it's not second chance. It's like the 7th, 13th, 23rd. Like a woman that gets to 32, 33, 34, it's not a second chance. It's not that she had like one bad boy and all of a sudden she this is a pattern of behavior. She actually talked about it. Oh, they weren't the sexiest guys, but there was something about them. Like, why should go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Like, why should I wait for the leftovers of Tyrone and Chad? Right?
Well,
why should I work myself just to meet my future wife at 29? That is the leftovers of Tyrone and Chad because she was addicted to the fun dudes, and now here is me with 410K. I don't know how to say the number. 401K. I don't know why you guys call zeros O's. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. It's 401K. The O in the middle there makes no sense. 401K. Why should the responsible dude actually entertain a woman that clearly is not her type? Her type is those dudes, right?
Well,
why should I actually give you a second chance?
I would separate what a man should do as far as choosing a woman for himself with a woman's behavior. I'm looking at it like if you have changed behavior, a changed way of looking, a different outlook on things, different mannerisms, and approaching a different relationship with a different mindset, that is your only choice. The only choice left is for a man that may be privy to your past relationships, coming from toxic relationships, just, things that just aren't favorable in relationships. And they would have to make that decision like, okay, I know you come from this. This is what you're used to. And then on top of that, how would a man even know if a woman has been in those type of relationships and has changed behavior? I mean, how would he know? I don't think it's a matter of should a man have to put up with it. I mean, men have the free will and choice to choose any kind of woman they want. A hoe, a girlfriend, a wife. They can have a wife and a hoe and a girlfriend. So that's how I look at it.
When you ask, how would he know? Are you assuming that the woman is not going to tell him the truth?
I think it's a matter of if it comes up in conversation, like how would a man come across the information that a woman has either been in a toxic relationship or prefers toxic relationships, has like an affinity of some sort for toxic environments and relationships, or if she herself is a toxic individual in a relationship.
Through her behavior and through her actions.
So the best way to actually do it is, what is your opinion about your ex?
Yeah,
and there's two questions that are red flags. He was a narcissist, he was a cheater, he was toxic, he put his hands on me, and I had two of those. Okay.
So is
that a pattern. And
is that the point of asking?
I'm sorry?
Is that the point of asking that question because you want to know what her type is, or just what her last relationship or her last few relationships look like?
You actually don't have to ask questions. The best way to actually know the truth about women is pretend that you are a no judgment zone and let him talk and applaud and say, I feel you, girl. Oh yeah, it happened to me too. And now y'all talking. Because the fun part is this, right? Y'all treat your husband like, when they say that the side chick is going to know more about the man than the wife. Y'all will lie, like as soon as y'all figure out that I'm your future husband, y'all start lying from the get-go. The sex is only on the 7th date. You are going to reserve the PC sex instead of the let me do the ponytail and right? Like everything that happens when you meet a potential husband is deception, in my opinion. So what you have to do is, and this happens a lot, please, friends, once again, I'm a fan of the dark triad. I don't think being a good guy works. Don't use these if you don't have soft skills. Throw at her a bunch of trauma. Throw at her a bunch of trauma. Say, oh, my cousin did this, and I come from this background, and my mama didn't give me no milk. And hey, throw a bunch of trauma to her, and that woman will start to sing like a can. Oh, you too? Oh, it has happened to me too. Oh my God, girl, really? That's the best way to actually get information from women.
You
Is
talking about
you
trauma
go
bond, trauma bond.
you go for trauma bond like they do with their girlfriends. Go ahead and throw a bunch of trauma, and you are going to understand if that woman was ill, she would run from you. And the problematic part is y'all actually get more attached to us when we do that shit to y'all. If I'm your future husband and I'm here throwing you a bunch of problematic things that happened to me, you as a ill woman should say, I'm good. I already dealt with this before. I actually remember this from 2017. But instead of that, you know what's going to kick in? I can fix him. I know I can. He looks like he is a good state now. He already has the beginner tools. He's tall. He has a house. He has a work in the company. I know he's this trauma, but I can fix him. Most women will never, once again, like you can explain your past trauma to them and all that. A woman will gravitate towards fixing things because that gets them actually busy. Once you meet the guy that is is done. There's no project. There's no we have to make it how we go. There's no women are very scared of that for two reasons, because now there's nothing for them to be occupied. And the second one, I think women deep down fear boredom. They do. The worst man, and let me say this and then you got it. Saying, Portuguese saying, translated in English roughly, want to make a woman miserable, give her everything. Want to make a woman miserable, give her everything. If you give a woman everything she wants, she will become miserable, because women, for whatever reason, gravitate towards drama, solving things, and then as soon as they solve them, it's not fun anymore. Daylon, tell me what I'm wrong, and then I'll pass the microphone to Melanie and to Chiki.
Well, I mean, you said a lot, but I do not agree with that. Women, they don't want everything. They want what they want. And I think that doesn't change. I mean, as long as you provide a woman what she needs, that's what women gravitate towards. Can you give me what I need? Can you give me what I want? I mean, that can change. You can want something one day, want something in a few years. If your man can provide that for you. I mean, saying that we're attracted to drama, like we'll suspend being with somebody that can do anything for us and be bored. And I don't even think that's gender specific. Men and women get bored. So
But here's the problem here, Daddy. Like, most women don't know what they want. That's why it's a man's job to tell you what you want. I'm gonna tell you what you want.
So
and you're gonna follow my lady on.
So Daylon, once I give you what
he
you
look,
want.
Bailey laughing. Look, you start smiling, Daylon, for a minute. You're about to smile, but go ahead, Fat.
No, I want to build on what Ronnie said, and then you get. Hey, Daylon, once I give you what you want, are you going to stop or you want to go more? Like as soon as you say, Fatty, I want this 7-bedroom mansion with a Lamborghini at the door, and I'm going to call Cheeky and say, hey, Cheeky, I need a loan, man. Daylon wants this and this and this. Cheeky, hey man, I got it. I'm a massive producer in Atlanta. You got it, my brother. Just pay me 2030, right? And I give you this. And now 6 months go by, 1 year goes by, 2 years. Are you going to stop or are you going to move the goalpost and ask me for something new again?
Exactly.
Wait, I'm confused about that question. If I ask you for something that I'm sure you can
So you wanted something, right? Let's go for something that is more like not the mansion Lamborghini. You talk to me and you want a pair of red bottoms and a trip to Paris. And I give you that. I say, oh, hey, I want to make my woman happy. She behaving well. Let me reward her. I guarantee you she's not going to want another pair of shoes and go to Tokyo next year, right? If I give you those things, are you going to stop asking me for stuff? Or are you going to ask me the next thing in 6 months, the next thing in a year, the next shoe, the next trip, the next house, the next business venture, the next whatever? Are you going to stop, or are you going to stay there and says, you know what, I'm happy?
I'm going to continue. If you're talking about buying me some shoes and taking me out the country, and we're in a relationship, I'm hoping that's what you're speaking from. Like, if we're in a relationship, what I'm getting. Why would I stop there? I'm gonna keep going. I want to go to Santorini next. I want to go to Honduras next. I want to go to Brazil next. I want to go
because women are never satisfied.
It's not about satisfaction. This is about rewarding. It's like, if you can do these things, if I'm asking you and you say, sure, babe, let's go do this. What is the problem? It's not about, well, I'm feeling unfulfilled. It's actually, I'm feeling so fulfilled, and we're enjoying this time together that you are allowing because I want it, and that's why you're with me. Why can't we enjoy these moments
But then
together?
what happens when he says no?
Okay, he said no. So
how are you going to react when he says no? Are you going to be fine, babe? It's cool. You don't got to go.
If I'm lagging, I think she's lagging.
She's lagging.
Oh, yeah, gotta be her. Okay.
Yeah,
We didn't hear you, Dylan. Start over again with what you were saying, Dylan.
Yeah, it like that.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. I don't look at it like, if he was to say no, like it's no just because I want it, or he feels like I'm being greedy. It'll be a no because, oh, I have to go out of town, or no, we can't go because we have this thing to do. It'll never be a no. It may be postponed, but at the same time, I would never ask for more than what I'm able to receive.
No. Iso, it's not postponed. It's denied. It's not we go next year. It's denied. You get the absolute no. No, we are not going to Ibiza. No, it's just denied. Yes,
okay.
What happens? Yes, what happens?
I already have gotten shoes. I'm probably living with them. If I'm already getting trips and he says no to this one, big deal. You know, I'm not greedy or anything, but I wouldn't assume that no will now become a permanent thing. Where
but
it's
what
like,
if the no is a no?
So let me
yes. Wait, so hold on. Wait, give me 1 second.
Let me ask.
But what if the no is
just real quick? Let Coco, and then right after you can.
Because Dylan, I hope I said your name correctly.
Daylon.
Sorry.
It's
Dylan.
okay.
Okay, Daylon. So you keep on saying, well, eventually the no will become a yes. But how would you feel if the no never became a yes? If it was just no?
Well, then that would be something that I would already be privy to. Like, no, we're not going on any more trips. Because if I'm saying, hey, why don't we go to Ibiza? And he's like, no, my man would give me some sort of, reason as to why. And I'm sure it will be reasonable. Why not oblige to that? And in my mind, I am saying that I'm trying to understand if you all are saying no, as in no, this is not happening anymore, or no to this specific place.
No, like your daddy said, no drinking after 7 p.m., no staying up after 10, no matter how many times you say, Dad, please. No, it's not going to happen. You are an adult now. You're not a kid. So what happens there? And that's like the question that most men wonder is, what is going to happen when I start to say no to my woman? I've been saying yes to her since we were in high school. Now we're 10 years in, and I kind of accustomed her to say yes all the time. So she knows either I'm going to say yes right now, or I'm going to say yes after I'm exhausted enough talking about something. I said, okay, let's go to X, Y, and Z. I'm telling you no. I'm sorry telling you no. What happens there?
Well, I would separate what a woman, a girl gets from her dad, from her man. But sure. Like I'm saying, like, if it's a no for the time being, then it's just a no. I mean, I cannot look at it like my man is just gonna say
no. With capital letters, capital letters, and an exclamation point. No.
There will be an equal balance of being able to get what I want.
And now that
one second, because your internet got shot. Is an equal balance one second. Is an equal balance because before what?
Is it no permanently?
Yes, it's a no permanently. Yes, it's a
no, whatever you want to do.
Yes. If he says no, I don't want to go on trips anymore. I don't want to buy you shoes anymore. If that's where y'all are coming from, like
no. So we're saying you specifically asked for something and he said no. Like we're not revisiting it. It's no, you're not getting this. And let's say that this is a point. Sorry, Banter, I'm gonna give it right to you. But let's say you hearing more no's, 60% of no's and only 40% yeses. What is that gonna do for you?
I'm gonna question it because that will be a reflection of change. And if I'm not clear on what is influencing or motivating that change, I'm going to definitely inquire about it. And if it's sensible, which I'm sure it will be, because I know that the no is not going to be to hurt my feelings or to make me feel bad. So, if the reason is presented to me and I'm obliging and accepting to it, then it's okay. That's fine.
So you need an explanation with the no. Him telling you no is just not good enough. You need an explanation.
Not necessarily an explanation, but transparency. So just be transparent about why something that I'm accustomed to is coming to either a change or to an end, just so that I'm on the same page as you as understanding.
Hey, Chigi, just before you go real quick, are you used to be people telling you no, especially on relationships?
In relationships?
Yes.
I've been told no before. Yeah.
Sure. But are you used to accept, because we say this on this space a lot. Nobody has to explain a yes. When you ask for $1,000 and I put it on your pocket, you don't say, why are you giving me $1,000, Fetty? Can you be transparent and explain to me why I do? Like a yes never needs an explanation. Like, are you used to get what you want usually on relationships?
Well, usually, of course, I will most of the time in any relationship get what I want more than
what happens? So what happens when you don't?
When it doesn't, it just depends. If it's like a relationship, a romantic relationship I'm in, it just depends on what I'm asking for, I guess. But because I'm accustomed to yes all the time, I'm just not that disappointed when I get a no. And to be honest with you, it's a temporary no.
Wait, why? That's not a no.
Yeah, that's a maybe.
No, there's a delayed yes. A no that is not definitive is a delayed yes. Like, for example, baby, let's go to Paris. And I said, not this year, baby, but in 2027. There's a no. There's a we go next. There's a yes. It's just a delayed yes.
If I say I really want to go in summer and you say no, wait till next spring, it's a no because you don't really get what you want. What you want is that trip.
Yeah. So what happens? So what happens when I say no? No spring, no summer, no autumn.
It's not happening.
Like, what happens there?
It'll be a good reason. I'll tell you that. So because of it being a good reason, I would just say okay. But I know it's not giving you.
Wait. So what she's saying is it makes sense, right? Because it's only coming from this perspective of somebody that could do these things, right? Unfortunately, most men fall into the category of majority yes instead of no. So her experience doesn't sound too far off or uncommon. Most women don't get told no. But the thing that I'm trying to understand is who's going to Paris 2 times out of the year, right? Who are these men, right? And if you're saying these are the only men you're talking to, well, then that excludes a lot of men out of conversation. So I don't care, right? Like she doesn't care. Her perspective isn't about the average man. Her perspective is about a man that can do these things. And the man that can do these things don't have issues with money or opportunity. And most men tend to say yes regardless because they don't care. So
and they have the right to say.
Is that man?
Hold on, let Cheeky finish.
Are the men that you've dated been men of high wealth?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, because you're saying.
Oh, now you don't know who we talking to? No, I'm playing. Go ahead.
I didn't know if he was still speaking.
No. I'm trying to figure out like if you said that most of the men you've dated don't tell you no, or if they do tell you no, it's a delayed no, which is a yes. Are all of these men of high financial status or high middle class, middle like?
No, I would say men that I've dated have been stable, successful. These are not, these known rich celebrity men or anything like that. But when I speak to what I want, that's why I spoke to earlier. I would ask for things that I know that I'm able to get, and I will be with someone that I'm satisfied being able to give me what it is that I want. And if I did want more, I would just, I guess, make it my preference to want somebody that can give me something more. But that's just, I guess,
Okay.
who you are.
Okay, so I guess the real question is, if you do go on that trip to Paris and the man says, no, we can't go on that trip to Paris because that's just not something we do, what is the next step for you?
I'm confused. Say it again.
Like, if a man takes you out to whatever country you're coming from, and then you say, can we go to Santorini? I think you use as an example, and he says no, right? Because he just can't afford it. What is the next step for you to do?
Accept it, because if he's like, hey, the transmission went out in the truck and I gotta put a new transmission in the truck,
no, not that. It's just most Americans don't have the funds, or if they do have the funds, they only get this chance once every couple of years. Would that suffice?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't even be asking someone to spend the amount of money that's required in a certain tax bracket to have these many trips. If I'm with someone that I know can only afford 2 or 3 trips a year, I probably am not going to ask for 7 or 10 if I was with someone that can afford endless trips.
Okay, so I think that's what we were trying to get to, like, because that's what I was trying to understand. What you were saying, you said trip from France to Santorini.
I would never require or have an expectation that somebody, because I'm reasonable, I'm logical.
Okay.
I know you're making $60,000 a year, and you don't really have like a good trip advisor, agent.
Okay, there we go. And then we're going to France maybe once every 5 to 6 years. I'm just trying to figure out how. I'm just trying to see if you knew that.
Yeah, that would be fine. But if he was very wealthy or rich, had a couple commas, we going when I say we going.
But there's not the problem is not the trips. The problem is that it looks like what you're saying is, I will definitely choose a man that I can control. That's what I'm hearing is, I will only be with the man that I can control, because I'm not going to be with a man that just says no for the sake of saying no. If I know this man is not going to say yes, I'm not going to be with him because I want him to say yes. And it's kind of interesting.
The control that a woman would have over a man is his own desire to want to give you what you want. I can't force.
Wait, what? Can you repeat that? 1 second. Can you repeat that again? Just to make sure. Can you repeat that again, Dale? No interruption. What did you say?
Control that you're mentioning, I view it as the type of control a woman has over a man is his own desire to want to give you what you want. That's the control. You're not actually puppeteering him or anything like that. I don't think women can control their man, but
yes, they do. Yes, they do. As soon as he doesn't get what he wants, he's basically in a sexless relationship. You run around with attitudes. He can't get dinner. Like women definitely weaponize what they don't get.
Well, I do believe that women can weaponize certain things in a relationship for manipulation tactics. But when I say control, because I want, let's say, Fatty, I want to go to a different country once every month. So 12 countries for the whole year. I'm not wanting him to want to do that just because I want to, but because I know I can, and he would want me to have that trip to be able to go different places 12 times out of the year, then that's not control. If I'm asking, it's because I have faith that he's going to be like, well, that sounds like a great idea. Yeah. So it's not control. You have to do it.
So this is what usually happens, right? And I've been talking with people about this a lot of times. Y'all don't understand us. I want you to be quiet. And the only way I can get you to be quiet is by capitulating to your needs. So this is what happens, right? I come home And just like a kid, you say, I want pizza. And I said, no. I want pizza. I said, no. Please, Dad. Please, Dad. Okay. Right? Woman know this. They no, well, let me just say this. Woman know this. They do that with their daddy all the time. So when you meet me as a man, and I'm a problem solver, and Chiki's a problem solver, and Romy is a problem solver. So in my head is, how can I make this chirping on the backstop? And the chirping will be, I will capitulate to what she wants because I don't want to hear it anymore. And it's going to happen once. It's going to happen twice. It's going to happen 10 times. And by the time that we get married, then we are 5 years in, now you know that my conflict resolution skill, the tool that I always go to my belt is I will say yes so she can shut the fuck up so we can do our things. This is most men, and y'all know, Daylon, and y'all know about this. Y'all know it. Y'all know that the best way for you to get what you want is 2 things. I will nag the shit out of you so you can do what I want, or you get no booty. That's the best way for somebody that says, let me just land. For somebody that says that women don't control men, Mel is 100% right. Denying sex is the biggest control mechanism in the planet. You will start a war as a king if you get no coochie. You will literally go ahead frustrated to your job. Like, that's what we do as men is, my woman is not giving me no sex. She walks around the house. There's a dark cloud above her head. Everybody knows that she's on her feelings. So me, to get you back, what do? Baby, please, let's talk. Can we talk, please? Can we talk, please? And now we are on year 3. And of the 72 times we disagree, who went after who to apologize? Dumbass fatty, because he's a dumbass. Because even when he's right, he goes to you and says, please, Dale, talk with me. I want to talk with you. And now you create a pattern. Like, y'all have to learn how to get a no. Not a maybe, not a delayed yes, a no. Because we get no's all the time and we deal with it. That's called life. Apply to college? No. Try to apply to a loan to get a car? No. Want a promotion? No. You want the girl that you like? No. We get no's all the time. Women get so used to get yes for 30 years that when they get with the guy that they want, if the guy doesn't do yes, they think he's a defective man. No, he's actually a man that puts his foot down. He's the first man on your life that actually put the foot down. It gets you wet for 6 months, but then you're actually going to resent him because now all of a sudden he's not doing what the other dudes did. So what do we do here?
Can I say something?
Okay, Fed.
Absolutely. How you
I feel
doing,
like
Abby?
I'm good. How are you chatting? Hi,
Okay, you're not going to
everybody.
say
Hi,
hello.
beautiful.
Thank you very much. Go ahead. Go ahead, B.
Okay, so here's.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And by the way, shout out to Carl Anderson for the $50 PayPal. I appreciate you, Carl. Thank you very much. Friends, support the show. We're going to read the super chats in a second. Make sure that you support the show. We need 16 members on my side and 20 members on Ali's side. Go ahead, please, uninterrupted, friends. You got it.
Okay, so my thing is, you say that women weaponize sex, right? But anybody can weaponize anything. Is that not true? And so the same for women. I understand that women do that. Not that they should, and not that all do. I know that they can. But men also weaponize like money, right? Oh, you're not going to do what I'm telling you to do. I'm not going to pay for things or things like that, right? Or it's the whole thing about women getting into situations where they feel really desperate is because some man is taking care of them financially and then they're like stuck. They don't know what else to do. That's just something that we all know that happens. And though you can weaponize things, you can weaponize your emotions, you can weaponize your gifts, you can weaponize anything, and men and women both do this. It's not just a woman thing that happens. In that case, hopefully you're with somebody who doesn't weaponize things against you, right? Just like I feel like my man doesn't weaponize money with me. I don't weaponize sex with him. I'm always going to be like, especially because I think of a mindset of a marriage where I'm not going to withhold sex from my partner. The Bible says you shouldn't do that. And while I don't follow everything in the Bible, it's something that's stuck in my head at least. So yeah, I just feel like don't be so one-sided. This conversation goes both ways. And I don't think
this conversation doesn't go both ways though. That's the issue. Like this conversation only goes one way on an ethical or societal level, right? Withholding sex from a man in a relationship to a woman is what is right in her right to do, right? But when men withhold any financial thing, it's called financial abuse, right? We don't say we've been sexually abused because we're not receiving any sexual favor or output from the woman. All we say is what's happening is she's enforcing her right to her body, right? So the same thing could be said, right, about men and their finances. Like, hey, I'm not paying for this because I'm not receiving something. I'm not receiving my end of the bargain. But once you do that on a societal level, it's called financial abuse. The word abuse is in there, which gives it a negative connotation. There's nothing to give a negative connotation to a woman not having sex with their spouse, unless you guys are aware of it, and I don't know. You can just fill me in.
Hey, Chiki, can you go even further than that? Give me just 1 second, Dylan. AB, does most men have money?
What do you mean by that?
He's talking to B.
Yeah, because B said men use money to weaponize it against women. Do most men have money, B?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a smaller portion that don't have money, and then those are the ones that are like standing behind their girl in line and holding them. You know what I mean? I think that's a smaller portion.
No. The better question is: Do you think that most women are in a position to be financially abused because their partner is the sole provider? How many women do you think are in the position to be financially abused because their partner is the sole provider? Just give me a percentage.
At minimum 50%. At minimum.
And you are so okay. Well, hold on. Wait. That's the
minimum. I'm not saying that there's not more.
She gave her estimate. Your estimate is wrong. It's definitely 30. It's definitely 30% and less, right?
Okay, so only 30%
15 to 20%
solely relying on their spouses.
Okay, but even still, when you guys are talking about him telling you can't have something, it's something that you want, like some shopping spree or something like that he's not abiding by. But as far as you being taken care of, all of the bills are going to get still paid. All of the groceries are still going to get bought. Like all of the necessities are still going to be there. So him telling you no because you're not being obedient, you're not listening to your leader, you're being out of order. That seems like a worthy punishment to tell you're not going to get what you want, because it sounds like you're acting like a brat.
Melanie, not just that, is that most men live paycheck to paycheck. Most men can exert financial punishment to their woman. All women have a coochie between their legs. Like it is literally compare 2 men in 10 men that can do the financial thing, but all women have a coochie. All of them. This is a universal thing. You can talk with the rich man, with the poor man, with the tall man, with the short man, with the fat man, with the Mr. Olympia. All of these men experience a woman weaponizing sex against them to get what they want. All of them.
And to
right?
Sorry, Daddy.
Go ahead.
And to Chiki's point, only the max, about 24% of women are stay-at-home or are their husbands are sole providers. The majority of women have to work. So this financial abuse doesn't happen, or men are not in a position, majority of men are not in a position to financially abuse their women.
Yes, most men are actually dependent of their woman. There's no extortion fear, because if I don't pay the bills, we homeless. If I say I'm not paying the light bill, like there's literally no way to
We're
do
homeless together.
Let me weaponize this gas bill, and now we don't have even no eat or no nothing. Like this doesn't happen. And like I said, it looks like women live on this fairy tale world where the man can always find a way to capitulate to their witches, and that's romantic. Oh my God, it's so nice that my man work 3 or 4 extra hours to afford this trip, right? Because we know that what most men do. My woman is pressured me to do ABC that involves money. I'm going to stay 3 hours more in the studio to get this money. I'm going to go 3 hours more in the warehouse to get these things. Y'all look at it as romantic or something that is actually a man that is respectable. If I had a demand from you that actually brought you pain and suffering, right? Imagine that I ask for something that involve you having no sleep, reduce time with your kids, be on harsh environments. All of y'all will call us monsters. And is once again, I don't understand why we took 20 minutes with Dylan to say, what do you mean by no? No. What do you mean by no? No. What do you mean by no? Now, Dylan. Dylan, let me just say this. Dylan, let me just say this. Let me say this.
Rebuttal because you kept going on, and I didn't even have time to rebuttal. The whole point you were making comes from you're speaking about the mannerisms and the behaviors and the aspects of a toxic relationship. What do you mean that a woman has to give me what I want, give me what I need, give me,
because that's toxic.
It's going back and forth. Let me tell you something. A man that's willing to put up with a woman that's doing that in a relationship deserves what he's getting, because she should be dropped out.
No, Dylan, you just did it.
But that's you, Dylan. You described it yourself.
Dylan, you just did it. Oh, she doesn't even know that she. No, 1 second. She doesn't even know that. Let me explain to you. You don't even know. This is subconscious. Y'all are not evil people. Y'all just don't y'all don't have self-awareness. When I told you no, it was no. It was not maybe. It was not tomorrow. And what you do all the time is, I'm going to take this conversation to overtime, to second overtime, to third overtime, until Fatty is speechless, tired. He doesn't want to have this conversation anymore, until he says, you know what, baby, next year. Not no forever, next year. Not no. Like, this is what Fatty did, is the keep pushing the conversation.
And that's what women do. Women do.
Wait.
Cheeky, I said I can accept no. I said I can accept a no from a man that can provide transparency. It's not an explanation or anything. It just means fine. It's a no.
What does that mean?
For more from a man than I know that what he can provide. So
now, Dylan, what does that mean? Transparency. He said no, and you don't need an explanation. What does transparency mean?
If I say I want to go to Dubai and he says no, I don't like their laws. I don't want to risk getting locked up. Okay.
So you need an explanation.
That's not an explanation, because I didn't ask.
That's definitely an explanation.
Cheeky, you're trying to help with the dog.
No, it's
definitely an explanation.
Hold on. Let Dylan finish, because her connection.
An explanation. Transparency is information that you do not have to ask for. Whereas an explanation, you are asking why. And then someone gives a reason and explains it. But if someone is saying to you, hey, I don't want to go to this restaurant because they're nasty, I already have the reason why, because you respect it. I get
good enough
to tell me the reason. People want to know the reasons behind anything people decide in any situation. And it's not exclusive to a relationship. That's what I mean by transparency.
So you just want the information being presented before you ask, and that's fine. But it is an explanation. There's no way around that. But the part of it that I think we should highlight is, I can't expect Dylan to accept no when I know majority of men don't say no. Right, it's almost like an outcome of behavior that has been trained into the women that we're talking about, because most men don't say no. Most men try to find ways to get the things done that they want, whether they're tired or not. So the expectation, or her not being able to comprehend no meaning no, and that's it, with no explanation, is because that's not normal. Right now, if we were in who we in war against, my mom just went blank. If we in the Middle East. Iran. And some Iran. If we're in Iran and Daylon has her job on, and I tell Daylon we're not doing something, she's not going to think twice about yes or no, because she's just going to know. No means no. But we don't live in that culture. So I'm not going to fault women for that. The only thing I can say is, fortunately, we don't live in that culture for women. And unfortunately, depending on the man, we do. So that means everything comes with an explanation. And given the fact that women do participate in paying the bills and things like that, that kind of makes sense. I think that's fair.
And I agree with that, Cheeky. If you look at that, because of that type of control men have over women in those type of countries, it just doesn't stop.
Here we go.
That's what you get, Cheeky, sitting up there.
Here we go.
No. But again, that's what I'm saying. We don't have it on lock like that. She's right. Because of that type of control they got, there's certain things that is not even.
But see, Cheeky, what happens?
But it also comes with bad things. These women are also subjected to hangings, being beaten, being raped by being draped by their own fathers, by their own brothers, by random men. Their whole rule, especially in Islamic countries where how they operate and strictly how they treat women is based on.
Wait, so they allow grape? They penalize grape way more than anybody else on the planet. You get stoned before you get to court.
I mean,
like they will chop you up twice and thrice and fries before you even get to like. You have to understand this, right, Daylon? It's not the control that men like. The difference between them and us is not about control. I'm going to ask actually this to the ladies, Coco, Melanin, Daylon, and Jasmine, please. The two ladies, when they get on camera, I'll let them know. Are most men in the West afraid of saying no to their woman because they fear the consequences?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it goes to Cheeky's point about how men want to say no more than they don't. And the problem happens is when men do say no, like Fatty said, women pester until the no becomes a yes. So it's not that men are just saying yes all the time because they want to say yes. They are acquiescing because they don't want a headache. And also this thing about control, women want control in relationships. That's why men say yes most of the time, because women want control. Women want to be able to move how they move and do what they want within a relationship. And if a man does say no, or if there's a conflict in any way, then it becomes a problem. And more likely she will leave than not if she doesn't get her way.
Yeah, I agree with
any lady disagrees with this. Are men afraid of on the West? Are men afraid of saying no to their woman because they fear the consequences? Tia, B, and then Maya when she gets it on camera. Tia, do you think that most men on the West are afraid of telling no to their woman?
Absolutely, exactly what she said. Like I agree 100%. They don't want the headache, so it's just easier for them to say yes than to say no, so they don't have to go back and forth.
What about you, B? B, are you on the airplane?
No, but there's so many different. I mean, no, never mind.
Is that a spaceship?
No, she over there getting pampered.
Getting her nails and feet done.
Yeah, she getting pampered.
Oh, damn. Hey, I'm a man, friends. I'm sorry. I don't have a brain. Go ahead,
I
B.
saw airplane too, though, Fatty, and I was like,
I really thought this woman about to take a flight. What the hell is going on?
Everybody's life on the airplane with us.
That's crazy. Go ahead, B. Like, are most men afraid of telling no to a man? And then we get Mia if she gets on camera real quick. Go ahead.
I think that's so hard to say, but I'm going to say, okay, it's a different thing, right? Because if you're saying like, oh, most men say yes so that they don't have to deal with something, right? Sure. I think a lot of women do that too. You know, baby, you gonna cook some, you know, maybe I don't want to, but I'd rather not you be like, you don't cook right, you know what I mean? You rather not deal with that hassle.
Look at your past men. The men that you had before, do you think they were afraid of telling you no as they're afraid of the repercussions, to lose you, to get you in the mad mood, to lose sex? Like, do you think they were afraid of the consequences of telling you no?
No.
Them, so you are a shitty manipulator.
The last two, yeah, sure. I think I probably am. I'm super honest and I'm naturally pretty submissive. So I'm going to do what you tell me to do. And I hope that you do what I ask you to do. But if you don't, I'm probably just, you know, going to be like, and move on.
I don't believe you. Jasmine, are most men afraid of telling no to their woman?
Absolutely.
Prove it.
Prove it.
Yes.
Let me give you an example.
I don't know. Like, just give their opinion. Like,
yeah.
For what you see, usually, like, are these men that are around you, around your friends, and all that? Do they usually go ahead and they bow down to what the woman wants because they're afraid, or is the opposite. They put their foot down and says, "No, lady, you're not getting that."
No, sometimes they really be afraid. Like, okay, example. I used to talk to this guy and he would never want to tell me no. Even if it was like me asking for money or like me trying to like come over. Like there was this one time I asked to come over and you could tell that he wanted to say no because he was looking around and like biting his lip and just trying to skip over actually saying the words no. But there's a lot of guys that don't want to say no just because they don't want to argue. They don't want that confrontation. So,
But see, that's situational, and I can't say that something is all or nothing, one way or the other.
No,
I can
we
say
talk
that
about
things are majority.
we talking most.
Yeah,
And most men don't like there's a visceral reaction in a man when he says no to his woman. I think most men feel it, even to your friends, right? Men are proud of going to a dinner and pay for shit, even if it's their parents or their friends. Like we feel something in actually taking care of people. So the problem is, I will tell you yes a lot of times because makes me feel good. I want to be a sim for you. If I have $1 million and I want to do everything you want to do. You want to go to Paris? Yes. Want to watch that shitty telenovela that I don't like? Let's do it. You want to go to that park and do a picnic? I don't like it, but let's men have joy into actually capitulating to their woman. The problem is once women understand that they can weaponize this against men, now becomes something that is not used by something benevolent, is look like a tool to control. Oh, if I tell him to lend him money, he feels bad about not telling me no. Let me ask him for money. And you know what this is called a lot of times? Friend zone. This doesn't even have to be romantic. Y'all put a bunch of men that like y'all on the friend zone, and every time you need a favor, instead of going to the guy that is having sex with you, you go to the trio guys that want to have sex with you. So now all of a sudden, y'all are using I know these men won't say no, because if they say no, they are going to lose access to me. And that's what most men are afraid of, losing access to me. So now I'm going to tell her yes, because I want to go up in the rankings. That's all.
So your kind of stance is that all women are manipulative to get what they want. Well, most women are manipulators to get what they want, and I also feel like men manipulate to get what they want. So what? The way of the world.
No. That's the only way you survive.
Sure. Whatever you think.
There's power in weakness. You can handle.
We all use what we got to get what we want.
No. 1 second, B. I like I said, I don't think women are evil. Like there's hundreds of thousands of years of engineering when a woman is weak. So the best way she can survive is to control the meanest, biggest dude in the tribe. So she becomes Queen Cersei. She might not be the strongest in the Game of Thrones, but she has her son Joffrey. She has her brother that is trying to do some things to her. We don't talk about that now. But she becomes powerful by controlling the men that are around her. Women know this all the time. The problem is now y'all have rights and have school and education and credit cards and property and all these things, and you're still abusing I'm going to use this man to control me. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. On YouTube, this is what happens, right? A man gets into it with a woman. That woman, instead of fighting that man, she goes on the back. Oh my God, I can't believe Chicky did this to me. And now all of a sudden, you have 4 men on TikTok, on YouTube, on X, fighting the other man when literally this was about me and one woman. This is the weaponization of, I know these men want to tell me yes. I know they're going to fight their wars for me. So instead of this being a one-on-one, I'm going to feign weakness so these men can come in and protect me because I'm the damsel in distress. This is being used. This is an old trope. A lot of men are in the hospital or dead because you call your brother to get into with the dude when you literally slap him across the face and now you want him to get hurt. And now all of a sudden, y'all do that shit. We both fight. You say, I'm never coming back. And 2 weeks later, I have a black eye and you are fucking the same dude you told me to go fight. This is control. How can you make a 6'2" dude go fight your boyfriend? Because you are a woman, and that's the biggest superpower. You don't have to be Superman. You have to be Lois Lane. As soon as Lois Lane starts crying, Superman comes in to solve the problems. Y'all know that shit, and this is why we're afraid of telling you no. And as soon as we say no, the clock is ticking. That's the part that I want to focus now on the show. And I have Mia. I think she's driving is what happens when the man starts saying no. Can a man afford to say no to his woman without damaging the relationship in a very serious way of actually risking it? Go ahead, Mia, and interrupt it.
Yeah.
I'll read the super chats in 10 minutes, friends.
First it is Maya, but if you
Maya.
That's okay.
Maya from Moulin Rouge. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? C'est toi.
Once my love is like, whoa.
If you strive to be a leader, you have to say no. No good leader just says yes to everything. So if saying no disrespects your woman to where she's not respecting you, you're not the leader of the relationship. So if you're a man that's okay with a woman being the leader, then be the yes man. But if I'm wanting a leader, I need that leader to be able to tell me no when I'm going the wrong direction. And if I respect the leader, I'm going to listen to no and respect the no. Now, if your man is leading you the wrong way, that could be someone that's never saying no to you, because how are you a perfect person to where all your decisions should be met with a yes? And then the few times you're met with a no, you're met with compliance when it should be obedience. And that might, hurt some people's feelings, but that just goes to trust your man to lead you in your life and in the relationship. If you
Mara, you were cooking, but you're cutting
Wait a second. Isn't this ladies first?
Hey, Maya, try again because your internet connection was cutting
She was
out.
cooking, though.
Froze. Yeah, she was cooking. Well said.
Okay, I think she froze. Are you there, Maya?
She's probably in a bad area.
Yes. I'll get her back. Maya, I'll get you
How does
back.
it sound right now?
Oh, you're good now. Go ahead.
It's better.
Okay. There is much more to my point. It's all about respect. If you respect the leader, when that leader tells you no, you listen and you understand. So if you're thinking you're going to lose on P because you're telling a woman no, then you're not a leader and you're not a dominant man. So that's my point.
Hey, Ron, do most women who controls most relationships, man or woman? Because I like the leaders thing. Oh, leaders.
Women
who controls most relationships, man or woman?
The woman control the relationship through the power of manipulation. That's the problem.
In the Western world,
anybody disagrees with that most women actually control relationships.
Women control the relationship
are
because
controlled
they
by women.
control access to sex. So men are afraid to say no because they know at the end of the day, I'm not gonna get that woman that I want at the end of the night.
no,
So they
I
say
think
yes.
women think they control the relationship because men allow them.
Oh, she's freezing.
Man, she gonna say something good too.
Yeah, she was.
Go ahead, Maya again.
I said that men allow women to think that they control the relationship. But no,
So that's
if the
manipulation.
man
I'm
is the
saying
one
the powerful
providing most in the relationship, there's no way that the woman is controlling it. Now, if the woman is providing most,
She's manipulating that
then
man.
she is controlling it.
So,
Yeah, that's why she's controlling the relationship. Go ahead.
there's a way to control it is by the consequences of this relationship and are way bigger for me than for you. There's a way of control is, let's imagine that, for example, the title of the show, if you guys saw, is Luka Doncic, right? Luka Doncic is 6'7", been an NBA star since he was 14. He was a millionaire when he was a teenager. He is literally like he's the king of LA at this point, all that. And his woman grabbed his kids and went to Slovenia, right? And she gets power because this is not kidnapping. This is not an Amber Alert. He is the full provider. She knows him since he was a teen, so he's going to cough dozens of millions of dollars at minimum. Like the child support is going to go crazy. So if I'm a man and I don't want to lose my woman, I don't want to lose access to my kids, I don't want to lose money. Who is in control? The woman, because
The
she
woman.
knows
I'm saying the woman.
I can get all these. I will get one property. I will get money. I will get the kids, and I will get another guy that I like to go ahead and scratch my back. So even sexually, I don't lose because I
And
lose
there's
a
another
husband and
point.
I get a boyfriend, right? So, just to wrap it up, friends, there's something that is called power in weakness. You can be the most powerful man by being a Batista or The Rock, or you can be the guy in high school that has 7 brothers. And you can be the scrawniest motherfucker, but if you have 7 brothers, if you touch the small kid, you are going to pay the consequences because he can call these 7 brothers and he's going to fuck you up. Now, the woman with social media, with a group of friends, with the cop, with the judge, with the societal structure that, like, you, even though you are weaker than me, you are going to have to control because you are on the position of abundance. I'm on a position of scarcity. You can easily replace me. It's very difficult for me to replace you, and I don't like when y'all say that men control relationships because, respectfully, it's like saying Jenny Buzz controls the Lakers. She, and I know there's a different boss. No, LeBron James or Luka Doncic control the Lakers. Kobe Bryant controls the Lakers. Michael Jordan controls the Bulls. Y'all can say that he doesn't because he's not the owner of the team. But
I see what you're saying.
If Michael Jordan say jump, the owner doesn't want to lose him, so he's going to say I. Right? So on a relationship, is the same thing. I might be the provider. I might be the stronger. I might be the more, but because I don't lose my podcast equipment, because I know Dylan is going to take off, right? Now all of a sudden, I have to capitulate because I want to keep my shit, I want to keep my kids, and I want to do the things that I'm doing now. So how is a man in control of a relationship when, one, he barely can say no, and two, if the woman starts to act up, there's no mechanism for me to get control of the relationship other than she just waking up one day and decides, you know what, I'm going to follow this dude. Like, how can I do that? Can y'all teach me, please? I would truly appreciate it if y'all could.
I think in that aspect, and everything that you listed, you're 100% correct. When it comes to government and law, women do have majority of the time the upper hand when it comes to, like you said, properties, custody of children. So in that aspect, I do agree that she does have ultimate control of things in the relationship. So I can't disagree with you there.
Yeah, I also can't. I don't have any rebuttal for what you said, Fatty. I can't dispute what you're saying. As far as a majority, you would be factual in your statement.
But what is the majority even? Like, y'all are the engagement queens. Most men are not ever engaged, right? Y'all decide to have sex. Only 40% of men procreate, so you decide to have kids. You decide, like, y'all decide. The age of marriage right now is 29 because women decide, I only want to get married after college and all these things. If y'all just say nobody gets coochie until I get married, the age of marriage will be 18 because we will literally marry you just to have sex with you. So what is this thing that men actually lead? Like, what is the leadership that men have over women when, as soon as I play with you and I start to play the game with you, either I lose by a few or I lose by a lot. It's just, it matter if it's now or later. Like, what is this power that we have? And the fellas can actually intervene too, because I actually, other than leave, which in my opinion is not a power, is like saying, I'm a McDonald's worker. If I have the power, because if I don't want to do fries, I would leave. And now you lose your job. There's no money. You go homeless. Congratulations. You lost everything.
Fanny,
What is the power that men have inside of relationships if they actually have a woman, 2 kids, a mortgage? Like, what is this power that I'll keep talking about that makes them leaders?
See, you added the more. If a man doesn't have kids and he's not married, he has a lot of power, and he's makes a good amount of money. He has a lot of power in the relationship. But you're right. Once kids come involved and they become married, the power dynamic shifts. So
are you admitting, Coco, that you have more power than your husband in our relationship?
Never.
Oh shit! Hey, Coco, that's what you said. I didn't say that. I just want to make sure.
You said the majority. When my husband says no, 95% of the time.
That,
Listen, but you said the majority doesn't have the power. You're correct. The majority. You didn't talk about me. I'm not within.
No.
She got you there.
Yeah. So here's
But I
the
feel like
clarification: is no man
got you,
has
B.
the power unless the woman submits. Right? It's a choice.
It's a choice.
That's the part, but that's a problem. Like that's the point that Fatty, because we've known each other for
this
is something we have both talked about. No man has any power unless that woman submits, because all of the enforcing systems and everything that makes America what it is leans on the side of women.
So the submission. So what proves the point? The man do have some form of power when it comes to the assets of a woman's mind. See, men fail to realize when you control a woman's mind, you control everything. And
see, that's the issue with
that to happen though.
Yeah.
And
the way they're able to access that is through sex. When men have sex with a woman and do it the right way, I guarantee you control her mind doing that.
Oh,
go ahead.
That's temporary.
Yeah.
Well,
that's not temporary. Not so. Go ahead.
Even if that is to happen, like again, all these things, like you're saying, is temporary. And one, how many men have that ability that give that type of sex to actually mind control a woman? All right, so like there's a lot of factors on every level. This is a choice.
Yeah, because not every man is a man. That's the thing. Not every man is a man. You could be.
Well, what?
See, I'm not going to that aspect. Not every man is a man.
No.
Even Chingy knows that. Chingy know why.
I get what he's saying. I understand what he's saying.
What does that mean? Not every man is a man. Let me ask this. If I can fuck you into submission, which is kind of what you're saying, right? And most men can't, because again, there's corn stars for a reason. There's the heavyweight category, and even those people get cheated, betrayed, and left. The Jason Love dude that was with Lena the Plug, he took care of his kid for 16 years, and he found out the kid was not his. And this man is on the apex of sexual whatever does to woman, right? So what does that mean, Ron? Like, what does that? I'll fuck you into oblivion for 6 months, and now you are used to me.
See, the woman on this panel even say that for a man he has to be dominant. Not every man can be dominant, so that makes him a male. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I say not every man is a man. That's why I come from.
How am I dominant?
No, what needs to happen is what needs to happen.
You say teach you?
You can't teach it.
That's crazy. Hey, Cheeky, I will allow. Hey, Cheeky, I promise I will allow you. Hey, Ron,
you good dog?
Hey,
That's
Ron,
just funny.
We're not talking about sexually. Teach me, how am I going to be a dominant man with this woman that in front of me? I love her. I care for her. She's the mother of my kids. How do I establish dominance?
You start this way by telling her no. Most men can't tell a woman no.
And how many no's can I tell her before that actually?
And every time you feel ready, if you say, "Hey, I want to get my hair done," no. I want to go to the mall. No, you can't go to the mall today. That ain't happening.
And doesn't that cause resentment?
Yeah, but remember, it's a form of dominance. I would say not every guy has that qualification.
I was with you for a little bit, but you lost me, brother.
Oh damn, Ron! They turned against you. That's crazy.
That's not dominant. I don't know about that.
Hey, this is what you get, Ron. They turned against you now. Now he's your
because remember, men don't want guys to know this truth. That's the thing. When guys actually know this truth, they become more powerful than you think.
Hey, Ron, dominance is an illusion. You know why? Because you can't put your hands on a woman.
Never say put your hands on a woman. Go ahead.
No. I'm just clarifying. Yeah. Dominance and Chick, you get it after.
For sure.
Like the way I can dominate the world is by having the strongest military, by being the biggest guy in the room, by being a person that I can actually force you to do things. Men can't force women to do nothing. No cooking, no cleaning, no sex, no stain. If that woman says I'm out, you are going to dominate the empty house. You are going to dominate the chairs, the table, the PlayStation. There's nobody to dominate. So how can you establish dominance when literally them being dominated is a choice? I can choke you if you want to be choked, but if you don't, I go to jail. There goes from dominant to dominated, right? So how can I establish and Ron, you can say pineapple. How can I establish dominance? Yeah, how can I establish dominance when I can't even dominate you in a way that men of yesterday used to do?
No, I'm just saying the men of yesteryear, what they used to do, the only thing of the man yesteryear did change the aspect of the law. That's all they did was just change the law, but the same rules still apply without putting your hands on a woman. When a woman, like,
so how do you do it?
Hold on. Well, like Chicky stated, if a woman is willing to give her submission to you, it's because she sees something in you, which is a form of leadership, which is a form of domination. That's why she's giving herself to you.
So again, that's
my point. But go ahead, Chicky. Go ahead.
yeah. I think we understand your point, but the issue is there is nothing to control them, because the things that were controlling, we'd have to be aggressive as a society. We'd have to start stripping away women's rights, women's ability to make money, women's ability to communicate openly and freely, in order to get some type of dominance, right? Because
that's not true.
I'm just let me finish. Let me finish.
I'll let you finish.
Just historically speaking, that is the only way you can dominate any culture, right? There's a reason why slaves could not read. There's a reason why religion was used to subvert or subconsciously control. All of these things play into effect, and the fact that women are free today allows them the freedom to not want to do whatever they want to do and do what they want to.
No, but here's the thing. I would say, if I would say that's the case, I don't know if you ever heard of it was an Indian woman. She's in corporate America. She is a CEO.
Mia Khalifa?
Mia Khalifa? Yes. Her husband is a regular guy.
It can't be Mia Khalifa.
No, he's talking about the CEO of Pepsi.
Every night, and she has everything away, and she give it to her husband because she see him as a dominant figure at home.
Right. So now
money don't have nothing to do with it. It's just, man, we don't understand how to access that power yet because we're talking about society.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
You said Indian woman. Is she a first generation Indian woman?
Oh my God.
No, that stuff matters because what is her culture? What is her culture? What is her mindset?
How you mean what doesn't matter? A woman is a woman, correct?
No, it didn't.
No.
No. I'm sorry. So the lady that you're speaking of, her name is Indra Nosi. She's the former CEO of Pepsi, and I believe she immigrated to the U.S. or is first gen. But Chiki's point is valid. It matters culturally where you grew up. If you grew up in a society where men hold control and are dominated, and to Chiki's point, I mean, countries where the women have little to no rights is because the men have made it where by force, you're going to listen to me. You have limited rights. So all you have to do, you have to rely on me. And in the West, it's not that way. So there is no way unless you use force for a woman to be on your schedule, unless, to Chiki's and Fatty's point, unless she allows it. There's nothing men can do. A woman has to give you permission for you to be the leader of her in the West, most definitely.
I don't know if somebody else had any other comment. I don't know Ali, because I've seen Ali come through. You muted.
You're on mute, Ali. Yeah.
How about now?
Yeah, you good.
No, I agree with Chiki and Fatty and Ronnie. If they're wrong, how do you convince a child or a woman to listen to you if they truly don't want to listen to you? Why do we have mental health institutions? Why do women say my body, my choice? I have autonomy over my own body, and she can choose to be a single mother if she wants to do that. So if Chiki and Fatty are wrong, how do you convince a woman and a child to do what they don't want to do?
No, by the whole aspect of you being who you are as a leader. Women, at the end of the day, women are looking for a form of leadership, regardless of the fact they're looking for. That's why they go to work. When they go to work, do they submit to their job? Do they submit to their boss?
It has to be a good
because their job is doing what? Giving them form of resources so they can bring it back home to their family. If I'm the guy that's bringing home resources and I'm bringing home things that she needs, she's gonna be able to sit.
You're responding to a point I didn't make.
But go ahead.
So to have a good faith conversation, this is a great leader. This is a phenomenal man. This is a good man to everybody. This child and this woman refuse to listen to this man. How do you get them to listen to this man? If he's already a phenomenal leader, he's already a righteous man, he's already qualified in society, and he has the history to get people to respond to him and follow him. What happens when he meets a woman and a child who don't want to listen to him? How does he convince them to listen to them if he's a great leader already?
By pretty much holding them accountable without getting to the violent part. You can hold them accountable. The same aspect when it comes to employers. When employers don't act a certain way, what do? You hold them accountable. You get rid of them up, or you let them go.
Okay, let me flip the question, because again, we're trying to have a good faith conversation. How does a woman get you to be attracted to her if you find her unattractive completely? You don't find her attractive at all. She's not your type at all. How does she convince you to find her attractive?
She can't convince me to be attracted to her. I'm not attracted to her.
No, that's my point. You can't convince them. They have to want. They have to want to cooperate. They have to want to listen. They have to value you. Yeah. And for majority of these women, they have to value you over their feelings, and they have to value you over themselves. That's all it ultimately is. If she sees you, if she sees herself better than you, and she feels like that you don't offer her nothing better than what she is and what she's always been, and you almost got to think like a man. A lot of these sisters are thinking like men. That's how a man ultimately would think. I'm gonna stay out here. I'm gonna stay out in the wilderness until I meet this woman that is worth dealing with this woman versus having multiple women. That's how a lot of women are acting. So if she's already 30 years old, she's getting to you, and she's been single, she's been ran through, she's had a whole bunch of different relationships. How is she gonna value you if she didn't value any of the guys before you?
Oh, that's a question you asked me, or that was just a statement?
Oh yeah, I'm asking you, especially if she doesn't value the father of her children. How are you gonna be valuable to her?
By the way I act, by the way I am towards myself. Remember, whatever you act towards yourself, that's how things attract to you. Prime example: you disrespect yourself, you attract disrespectful people around yourself. Correct?
No, you're missing me. So this is what I mean. If I had a phenomenal woman, this woman take care of the home, this woman taking care of my kids, and I still was mistreating her, disrespected her, and the woman who was who I was courting found that out, and she still wants to deal with me. What does that say about that woman? Is what I'm saying as well too. If this woman didn't value the biological father of her children, he was a great leader, he was a phenomenal man. Why? The only way she's gonna value you is if you benefit her and you enable her and you validate who she is as a person and you make her look good.
So let me ask you a question. So you say the only way a woman is gonna find you value if you have to do something for her. That's the only way she can find some form of value within you.
That type of woman.
I think that's inherent to most human beings, though, Ronnie.
Yes.
Like what person picks somebody that they don't get any benefit from?
Otherwise,
the only people. Yeah, I'm about to say the only people I can think of are retards.
Yes. That's a strong statement, though.
No. But
I'm being dead serious. Like people that are actually like retarded, they don't have any choice in the matter, but they're here and their parents are taking care of them without any inherent benefit or any direct benefit. Like if there's any benefit, it's altruistic. Like I'm taking care of my child because it's my child and I love this child. But if I ask, hey, Ronnie, would you take care of that retard? You probably wouldn't want to do that.
Oh, no, hell no.
You know what I'm saying? Why? Because that shit don't benefit you.
But Ronnie, still again, if she wouldn't listen to you and we're similar, let's say we're similar in our traits and the quality of man we are, because she likes a certain type of guy, why would she listen to me if she didn't listen to you? It's not because of my leadership. It's typically a one-way street of how she benefits. A lot of women want a one-way street of they want to sponsor. They want somebody to finance their lifestyle. They don't want to reciprocate and have to love and work for somebody else. It's extremely uncomfortable for them. And while I was listening, I think that's the number one reason when Fatty says to be intentional, that most of these women are not really trying to be evil. Mm-hmm. It's, let's say you've been a doctor your whole life, and now you have to switch to a different profession. You got to switch to being possibly a teacher. You got to switch to being a mechanic. It's extremely uncomfortable for a lot of women who've been prioritizing themselves their entire lives, didn't have to work for nothing, didn't have no skills, no traits of how to be a woman or a wife or a mother. And now she has to be a mother for the first time. She has to be a wife for the first time. She has to actually love somebody for the first time, work for the first time. It's extremely uncomfortable to have to adjust to something you haven't been doing your whole entire life. And I'll say that because I came from a traditional household where my mother and the women in my family cooked. when I started dating women, these women were expecting men to cook with them. And I was like, dang, I was like, hold on, I ain't never been in a situation like that before. Most of the women I ever came across as I got when I was younger would cook and knew how to cook. Now the man getting the dating market, most of my friends talking about, oh, yo, I do most of cooking. She'll brag about her. Oh, my man, he cooks so good. He does all the cooking, like it's a flex. But if you flipped it, and I go, yo, my woman's the breadwinner. She makes all the money. You know what I'm saying? The women would look at her like she's slow, and they be condescending towards her and disrespecting and say, man, you got somebody, they taking advantage of you. What are you benefiting from this man where you have to take care of him? He's not taking care of you. So women are getting away with that flex as well, too. There's a lot of men who are cooking inside of a household where a woman don't even know how to boil eggs. Jasmine, you know how to boil eggs?
I love boiling eggs. That's my meal.
Yeah. You know how to make mac and cheese? That's not craft?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a cooker. I cook.
I mean, I didn't know my husband knew how to cook until almost a year and a half in. I was like, wait a minute. I've been cooking all this time. You know how to shuffle it up a little bit in the house.
And then you try to let him, and then you was like, okay, you go ahead and cook. Like, you shouldn't be so comfortable to give up all the positions that the woman's supposed to bring to the table in order to be with you. But again, soon as you have to cook for a man, soon as you have to serve a man, now all of a sudden you're a slave and oppressed. When you was doing it by yourself and you were strong and independent and adult. I don't understand. And can the sisters answer that to me, especially I think is it DAYLON?
Yeah.
DAYLON.
Yeah, she came.
DAYLON, I want to make sure I pronounce it right. Why do so many women, when they're by themselves, brag about how strong and independent they are, and they doing it better all by themselves, and they'd rather go 100 by themselves than 50-50 with some other igga? But as soon as they have to love somebody and cater to somebody and serve somebody, now all of a sudden they become a maid and a slave.
Well, one, to that last statement, that may not be the option. If they had the option to submit to someone and be able to go 50-50 with someone, they wouldn't be complaining. It's because that's not an option. Now, I'm not a fan of the talk of I'm independent, I can do everything I don't want to do everything by myself. So I cannot relate to that. But women are having issues finding men that want to be men. We have a lot of feminine boys out here now, a lot of feminine men. So I think women have been put in a position to basically tell themselves, I might as well take care of myself and do what I want to do because these men ain't they not it.
Okay, but I've heard that statement. I've heard that statement several times.
I don't know what just happened.
The problem that I have with that statement is that women don't realize that you're the ones raising the reflection that you don't like. Most of the men that you're talking about are being raised in single mother households. So when are more women going to start holding other women accountable when they're not letting that young man see his father, when they're not fighting for joint custody with no child support? Like, when is women going to have more of a voice towards this? Because we keep talking about how they're sassy and all it is, but they sassy because they've been spending too much time with their mama. I don't see women outraged about that enough.
But also, most women have met their someone who could be their husband by age 35, but they blew it because he was the nice guy and because he didn't make the amount that she thinks is necessary for a husband. Again, it goes back to most women live in a fantasy. Most women do not know what the average income is. Most women assume men are making way more money than most men are making. And even for those men that make the type of money that they're interested in, they don't meet the requirements for that man. But again, this fantasy of, well, most men aren't able to be husbands and this, that, and the other. Well, most women don't qualify for the men that they desire or want. So you're going to have to, if you're smart, what you would do is partner with the man, and maybe you can't take those 3 to 4 trips a year. Excuse me. Maybe you can't buy the Louis and the Chanel and the BMW and the Range and the Porsche, whatever. Maybe you just need to live within your means. But that's not just a problem for women. It's also a problem generally where we have too much consumer debt. The issue is women.
Bless you.
Jesus Christ.
No, you're good. Bless you. Bless you.
Women overlook.
I blew his nose off.
It sounded like that one thing y'all were playing, go fire. I was like,
yeah. Out of here.
That's crazy.
But women overlook good men or at least average, decent, I don't know, men, because of the fantasy that's been laid out, I guess, for the past 30 years. It's not that there are husband material, but we're going back to what Ari said. You know, now she sees those men are getting married, having children. It's just that they're not exciting, that they're boring. Women do not want to be bored. They want to be entertained. And that is dangerous. That doesn't lead to long-term results. That leads to a life where you're living paycheck to paycheck in debt. And you're going to end up in a Caleb Hammer show talking about, well, I got 200,000 in debt, but it's okay. Everything's gonna be all right. No, it's not gonna be all right.
So, but Coco, but
y'all
that doesn't matter.
They move from my point real fast. I'm coming right back. This is what I'm asking, Daylon. If you had a female friend who's she done came up, she a millionaire now. She like, hey man, we've been friends since childhood, since we were kids. You were always there for me. I'm paying half of your rent from now on. Would you like value that respect, friendship and respect her, and try to give back to her as well too? Would she have to come in your house and cook and clean?
No.
Okay, how about it? Let's say you had a male close friend. He was a close friend as well too. Hit the lottery, like, yo, you've been my best friend. I'm paying half of your rent for life now. Does he have to come and cook and clean for you?
No, he's doing me the favor. I wouldn't require something.
So why, if you get a guy to get in your house and pay half your bills, you become a slave and oppressed? Like, if he paying half of your bills, why all of a sudden, if he requires you to take care of the house, be a traditional woman, cook and clean, what you've been doing for yourself your whole entire life, that you don't value him the same way you would value your two friends?
Because she doesn't like him like she likes the two friends. There's literally what it is. And you know, it's funny. This conversation is literally based on this. If I like you, anything goes. If I don't like you, a sneeze is too much. I'm out. It's literally like, think about all the conversations we had right now, right? Oh, men are too feminine right now, but you let him nut on your back. Why are you sleeping with him? Like, if these men are feminine, why are they getting away with putting kids on y'all, ruining your art? Like, y'all love these dudes. There's a fact. Y'all love them because there's no way you couldn't see that the man had some feminist tendencies if you actually spend 2 months, 3 months, 4 months with the dude, right?
Do we know what the feminine qualities are? I don't even know what she said that.
Yeah, go ahead, Dylan. What are
I don't even know what they are.
Because the statement was a very strong statement, right? The statement was there's a lot of feminine men and all that. Like, what are these feminine things that men are doing right now? There's a good question.
Responding to Ali's original question, I feel like we're like deviating from the original conversation a lot with different statements. But my point in saying the comment about the feminine men is that women are feeling like they don't need a man is because men, there are too many and there's so many. I won't say it's a majority or minority, but I can say it's too many where men are not being the traditional men that can receive the traditional rewards for being such. I mean, we have men wearing fingernail polish, which I don't have anything against the gay community, but men who want the same expectations as a woman, want to be treated like a woman, don't want to defend women, don't want to respect women. I'm just saying that I have seen that.
What is treated like a woman? Go and can you give more details of that? What
is 1 second. Stick on that, Chicky, please.
I am. I'm about to stick there.
Yeah. Hey, Dylan, if Prince knocked at your door or Lenny Kravitz, would you go?
I knocked on my door to go where?
If Prince and Lenny Kravitz, no. If Prince and Lenny Kravitz was our age and they knocked at your door, would you say no or would you go? Would you give him a chance?
They're not my type of men, so the answer would be no.
So you say no?
No, thank you.
So you say no. Hey, I will say this because I learned. I will let this go and I'll be quiet.
What? Okay.
I know I'm not going to over pursue. This woman said that she will have Lenny Kravitz and Prince on his prime knocking at her door, and she will say, No, thank you. Y'all are not my type because y'all wear nail polish or something like that. Blouses. I'll leave it alone. Okay, so Cheeky, go ahead with that question that you asked before.
Okay, so what is the? You said men are looking to be treated like women. What can you go into more detail? What does that mean?
They want there to be equality in the relationship, which I don't think that's possible. You cannot expect to be treated like the woman would be treated in a relationship. You know, doors won't be open for you. You won't be given flowers. You know, you cannot moan and groan like a woman. You can't even bitch like a woman. A woman can complain, but your job is to be a problem solver, not to stoop to her level. If a flow, that doesn't mean, oh, let me meet you there. It's like, no, set the bar higher. And if she cannot meet that, she gets gone. You know, so I'm saying that men are now trying to lower their vibrations to combat the women that they're having issues with, instead of trying to self-reflect and see, well, where can I set the bar and the tone for, you know, how things should be, like if they're going to be this leader. So all I'm saying is a lot of men just wanting the benefits of a woman, and there's a lot of components to that. I don't want to get too deep.
You think a majority of men act that way, DAYLON?
No, I do not. That's what I was saying earlier. I cannot speak to the majority. That's why I said there's so many or too many, and I'm only going based off of what women come to the internet bringing to us, because I don't know any women, well, not too many in my personal life, that the men that they date are very sassy. They're very
women lie. Okay, sorry.
Well, hold on. But you saying
sassy how?
Say it again.
Dylan, you keep throwing. 1 second. You keep throwing some words. Sassy how? How are they sassy?
Well, for instance, I remember talking to a girlfriend whom I've apologized to her because I mistakenly set them up at a lounge not too long ago, and they exchanged numbers and were joining on the phone, getting to talk to one another. And she told me about a conversation we had where he said, I don't want a bitch doing shit nice for me. I can do shit nice for myself. And it just comes off like, well, what do you mean? Or I don't need women and I don't need this. And it's like, well, why are you talking?
How is that sassy?
Well, for one, you don't talk like that with a woman that is supposed to be someone that's your romantic interest. Why are you talking to her like that? The homegirl.
Well, so yeah,
or
so
getting
here's this is where like it's a lose-lose, because in one stance, I know for a fact if men said I'm not going to talk, like do the silent treatment, it's a problem, because I've already been on the internet explaining, like if women piss me off to a point, I just stop talking and just go somewhere else for a couple of days and do not contact them, like at all. And then all the women was like, I can't believe 3 days of no contact. They have a problem with that. But if you do respond and you go, hey, look, since we want to be here and we're going to be, I guess, petty, then fine, I'll be petty too then. All right. So
and you can't be petty as a man.
all right. So
what?
That's who? That's who?
One.
I can cry, I can complain, I can be petty, I can be nothing.
I can promise you, your girlfriend is leaving out something that happened in that date. She did not tell you the full story.
No, it doesn't matter. Even if she did tell the full story, why is it that, again, this goes back to the manipulation and the fact that men don't lead their relationship? It's everything that she thinks something should be based off of, and she has no control. The only control she has is what cop can get called if some shit pop off between me and her in that situation. You know what assassin thing can do? Beat you the fuck up. It don't really matter.
It will flag the shit out of you.
Like, so again, like this conversation about like what a man is and what it isn't.
I agree with that, Cheeky. Like doing that as well is a form of sassy behavior. Calling women out of their name is sassy behavior. Thinking that you can go back and forth a woman the way women go back and forth, cattiness. I think those are feminine traits. But like I said, I'm not saying that all men in the culture or all men here in the United States.
I'm not taking that as you saying that as the case. But what we're saying is women in this society have dictated so much about masculinity, manhood, and what it should and shouldn't look like, and they don't actually meet any standard of femininity or what women should like according to men. So what standard are we holding or going to be beheld to? And if we're going to be beheld to that standard, when can we start, like when y'all don't meet it, when can we start implementing some form of punishment or consequence that would actually get you to change? right? And I'm not saying that I am looking to take away rights or beat women. What I am saying is, if we're going to start holding ourselves to standards, women should hold themselves to a standard, and we need to see that across the board. And men should hold themselves to a standard. We need to see it across the board. The problem is neither one of us is matching up, but everybody's got complaints.
I think, yeah, I agree with that. I think that the issue is that neither side, men or women, are not setting the standard, period. Therefore, there's no expectation to meet. So I think if people just started to say, you know, this is what I require, this is my expectation, and do not fold on it, then maybe, you know, men and women can start benefiting from one another, and instead of us having these gender war conversations, which I absolutely hate, because all we have is each other, and all of this, you know, back and forth between, you know, who's masculine, who's feminine, and stuff like that. I mean, I think people know what their problem is. I don't know.
Yeah, but why do y'all decide what is masculine and feminine? Because this is my problem, right? Y'all can't even define a woman anymore.
That's
hey, Dylan, take the kids out of it. The woman that is an abuser. Define a loser as a woman. A woman that is clear, she's a loser. I will call her a loser. A fat woman, a short woman, a woman with no degree, a woman that rides the bus, a woman with no job. Define a loser as a woman.
I think loser, being able to be called that, is rooted in your character. What is your character like? I think if you are a judgmental person, if you are a rude person, if you're not a kind person, if you're a liar, someone that can't be trusted, don't have any loyalty, vacuous, vapid even, I think that makes you a loser. Someone that doesn't want to be affiliated with you. You don't have good aura, you don't have positive energy, a good attitude. That's what makes you a loser. Not
Any tangibles?
Like physical things, I wouldn't say
like things that you can measure. We call a broke man a loser. We call a fat man a loser. We call a short man a loser. You call, like, there's a lot of things that you call the man with the mess airline a loser. You call a man that doesn't have game a loser. A man that, like, can you give me things that are tangible that woman like makes them losers? Like, what makes a woman a loser?
Are you telling me things that optically you can see that make someone a loser?
No, not optically. Like, she rides the bus. She's a loser.
So yeah, what are some simple character flaws? Yeah,
I named some character flaws. You know, ungrateful women, greedy women.
They are losers. Okay, they're losers.
Poor women. But I can't say, oh, you ride the bus, or you wear cheap weed from the beauty supply, or you shop at Rainbow. You're a loser. I don't even think of people in that aspect in that way, so I can't say that you're a favorable person or non-favorable.
But you kind of do, because when you call a man a sassy, you are defining winners and losers. Masculine men are winners, sassy men are losers. Masculine, like strong men are winners, feminine men are losers. You are putting that.
Character traits, Fatty. I spoke to character traits on that.
No,
I didn't say drives a Honda, he's a feminine man, or I said that, you know, he's short, so he's, you know, that's not what I said. I spoke to things that people are in control of, your character, your personality, how you come off to people.
Sure, but can you, just to refresh my mind, when you called him sassy, what did you define again? You said a man was saying, I don't, one second. For my understanding, you said a sassy man was that friend talking to your friend and saying, I don't need a woman for nothing. I don't need my woman to be doing shit for me.
I'm giving like, and I also said that men that feel like they need to match themselves at a woman's level, like if a woman goes low, then you feel like you have to go below that. I'm doing the best I can to describe how a man would suspend his masculinity,
or a man that wants to be, or a man. No, not only did you say that, and a man who wants to be treated like a woman. So a man, I guess, that wants to be loved, a man who wants reciprocation.
No, that's
like either way you. So how does a man?
Ali, can you? Just 1 second. Now I remember. You said men can cry like that. So if he cries,
complain,
he becomes a loser, right?
He said complain.
Complain, right?
Complain and bitch. She can't.
Yeah, bitch. Complain like
bitching, like how women will nag and bitch.
Sure,
that's what I'm saying.
So that will make a man a loser, right?
A loser? Well, if you decide to bitch about a problem instead of asserting a solution to it, like a woman, a damn bitch, then yeah.
Okay, perfect. So that's my question. No, that's perfect. Dylan, I understand. So are most women losers by displaying that behavior themselves?
Absolutely. Why it's not gender specific, it's character specific. And character
No,
doesn't care.
Dylan, you didn't get it. You didn't get it. No, Dylan, you said that a man shouldn't be moving like a woman. If he does those things, he's a loser because he's a man. Are women losers? Because all of them are crybabies and complainers and naggers and all that. Are they losers for displaying the same behavior?
For complaining and whining and shit, yes, that's loser behavior. You don't have to whine, cry, and complain about the things that you want. Especially as adults, we have free will. We know how to get the things that we want or the things that we deserve. I don't have any sympathy for complainers. There's no room for complaints.
The difference.
So you are calling. Is the last question, friends? So you are calling most women losers?
I don't know if it's most women, Fatty. You on the internet all the time, not me. I don't know what the hell most women are going.
You know what? I will calm down and I'll leave it alone. Hey, oh shit!
Leave it alone.
I'm so out, man.
The thing is that most men are told that they are losers. Most women are not told that they are losers. That's the main difference, because you said that it's the same for women and men. But it's not the same for women and men, because men are told all the time where they fell short, they're not doing enough, they this, they that. Women aren't told in mass that they fail and they're not doing enough. Women are not told that. So it's not the same for men and women. That's just the point I wanted to make from what you said.
Okay.
And Daylon, do you think most men resort to whine and complaining, or do you think they actually try to communicate to their women?
She never said most.
Yeah. So that's
so we're talking about
communicate.
She's talking about that specific subset. So she had to clarify it twice now, but she's not saying she believes all men or most men are like this. She's just saying for the men that are like this.
But do you think this is like almost a moot point to speak about if we're speaking about a minority of men, like we're pigeonholing a conversation instead of speaking about what the majority of men or a majority of women are doing? Don't you think? Versus the minority of men that's wearing I only seen one man on this panel come on here and wear nail polish. Like on this panel ever, and everybody knows who.
I don't know who it is.
I don't know who it is.
Wow, I can't. I ain't gonna name call. But what I'm saying is that a lot of times sisters like or women in general, not just sisters, like to pigeonhole a conversation by talking about the minority of men. For instance, most men will come to your protection if another man is doing something to harm you, but women will talk about how men are deleting women and will call these men violent and dangerous men in whole, but only like less than 1% of men or women are engaging in violent or homicidal behavior as well too, where they will delete somebody. So it becomes the conversation becomes bad faith. So when we talk about majority of men, can we do this then? Can we talk about the good man that the women dealt with, and then that relationship still didn't work? Because it would be very difficult for me to believe, or maybe it wouldn't. I'm just saying for the sake of the conversation, that all these women dealt with these good men, but there's never been a time where the woman dropped the ball. Because that's something we rarely hear. Where, hey man, I messed up. I didn't listen to him. I didn't cooperate. I didn't do the things that he asked me to do. I wasn't being feminine. I was being so-called masculine when he was expecting a woman to be a lady. I didn't have no skills or traits. So when he asked me to work on those things, I became offended and I left the relationship, or I shut down on him and played the victim. You never, ever hear that conversation. And if you do, extremely rare. So have you ever dealt with a good guy?
Absolutely.
What happened with him?
He just went to the store.
Okay, so this last guy, so the last guy is the only good guy you ever dealt with?
Say that again?
Is this last guy the only good guy you ever dealt with?
No.
Okay, what happened to the good guy before this guy?
He went to the army, and I didn't see that as beneficial to me at the time. I was younger.
Okay. So in a way, y'all grew apart.
In a healthy way, yeah. It's like, that's going to be long distance. I'm not a fan of long distance anything. And the thought, I'm not even a woman that can even find herself being attracted to a good man. Actually, I believe any first responder or any guy that serves our country to any degree are good men. But I can't have you as my man. Like, not as a cop. I even dated a cop before too, but he wasn't a good man.
But this guy you with now, he does majority of what you're asking, right? He caters to your needs. He makes sure you're taken care of. He's a good guy.
Yeah, a great guy, actually. Yeah.
But do you think it would work out if he wasn't doing that? If he wasn't catering to majority of your needs, where you had to carry the majority of his needs?
No,
It
I'd
would
be
still work
gone.
out?
No, I'd be gone.
Oh. That's what
Well,
happens in majority.
did she say if he doesn't cater
Yeah,
to most of your needs, you're gone? Is that what you just said?
I'm assuming that Ali is asking that if there's things that I want or things that I ask for or things that I mentioned
Right.
I desire, that
Right.
you know, if he just refuses now to do those things, would
Right.
I still remain in the relationship? And the answer
Right.
is
Do you cater to all his needs and wants?
hell yeah. My thighs be hurting, child. I'm just
Okay.
playing.
Oh. Okay. That's the only needs and wants he has?
No, I was just, you know.
No. I'm only asking because in retrospect, women will use that against us too. All you want is sex. But in another conversation, be like, hey, I know he wants it all the time, so I'll take care of him. So it's like women keep moving the goalposts when it comes to sex, knowing that men need sex. But either when you value the guy, you'll value the fact that he wants sex, or if you don't value the guy, depending on where you are, you go, oh, all he wants is sex. When it seems like that would be oh, go ahead.
Well, to give some background outside of that, like for example, like if I'm wearing something, like when I go out, I always ask him, how do I look if I'm going out with the girls? And if he says, I don't like that, take it off. I'll go upstairs and change. And then I'll come back down. I'm like, how about this? And he's like, turn around, go change. And then I'll change. And then if he likes it, then I'll go out. So, you know, I give him that same thing that he gives me. Like he wants respect of his opinion. He wants to feel heard and that his opinions matter and stuff like that. So even small things like I like pan pizza. He likes the New York. Like, okay, well, we'll get the New York. So small stuff like that. So
but what do you do outside of sex? How else do you benefit him? That's a tangible. That's why we were asking for tangible. Outside of sex, how else do you benefit him in his life? Like what value do you bring his life that's tangible?
Well, that's tangible. Well, I can tell you this. I remember asking him once, like, why me? You know, like, why do you want to be with me? And a few things that he said was he appreciates the dynamic of our relationship and how we communicate, especially when we're not seeing eye to eye. He said for a while, the women that he's dated in his past, he's some years older than me, that he never had peace or experienced peace. And sometimes I think I might cry because I kind of teared up when he said this because he says, you bring me peace. Even when we don't see eye to eye, we have our own method of communicating with one another. So
he brings you peace, or you bring him peace?
She brings him.
She brings him peace.
Hey, let's break it right here because the next video is going to actually. Oh man, I'm so happy that you said that. Let me do like a quick, a short. We're going to watch this video next, okay? After read the super chats, we're going to talk about woman bringing peace. Thank you very much, Dale. That was great.
Sick.
Okay.
And worried.
Oh, that was the video I was thinking about.
And this man is sitting in this car. Really? 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 Seriously? Seriously? Why are you sleeping in the car? Why are you sleeping in the car?
I need some rest.
So why wouldn't you come inside?
We are going to talk about woman like DAYLON bringing man peace. But before that, like the video,
here we
friends.
observe the modern caveman. Lost in thought, his eyes fixate on a strange glowing box of light. He pokes, he prods, desperate to understand the power before him. Then, he sees it, the sacred symbol, the like button. But alas, this primitive soul does not yet grasp its true meaning. If only he knew what one simple tap could do.
Buckle up, everyone. It's time for some super chats.
Well. Friends, the Cash App is empty. We have a generous PayPal from Mr. Carl Anderson. Okay, thank you very much, Carl, for the $50. Please support the show. We need $150 on the Cash App and on the PayPal. You know exactly where to find it. So make sure you support the show.
Baby, if you're feeling a fatty, hit that like, smash subscribe, and bless the Cash App at $Team Fatty 8. Like the video, hit subscribe, and show love to Ali at $Ilkan.
So let's read these ones really fast, and then we go to the next topic. Once again, thank you very much, friends, for being here. There's 600 people watching the show. Like the video. I appreciate y'all. And thank you very much to the lovely panelists for giving us this lovely Sunday, okay? Tayron Williams became a member.
The untouchable empire, baby.
Thank you very much, sir. My Negro become a member.
The untouchable empire, baby.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. Player.
The untouchable empire, baby.
One gifted the membership. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, damn. Who is this? Who is this? Look at you, Dylan, promoting yourself. Thank you very much, Player One. I appreciate you. Cammy, of course, watching the show since the beginning. She was here. She was the first person to get in the gym, and she will be the last person to leave. Salute, beautiful people. Another great show as usual. Loser. Thank you very much, Cammy. We have Mr. Paradise says, this is the podcast, The Hunger Games. I'm number 18, Fatty Ali, Big Brothers. I'm ready to move up the scale. Great show. I've been telling you, Styles, to pull up on Ali's show. You be missing. You be missing, sir. Misty.
The untouchable empire, baby.
With an untouchable membership. Thank you so much. We have Paradise back again saying, ladies, be logical. Zodiac signs are made by a man named Copernicus. Astronomy is real. Astrology is a fairy tale. BS. Be feminine. That's the key. LOL. Thank you very much. My boy Jay from the J. Judas from Jersey.
The untouchable empire, baby.
Building. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. We have Jamal saying, woman won't change, man attitude. Bars. And the lovely Xyrox in the building, the most awful person in the planet.
The untouchable empire, baby.
Thank you very much. With the membership, we have Tilgy saying, cheeky layout looks like a school year book photo. Bam.
Oh man! Hey!
We have Mr. Paradise saying, fellas, anytime you ask a woman a question and she looks up left or right and says, she's about to lie. Girl math, 1 + 1 = 17. Shaking my head. Damn. Black Dawn in the building. How you doing? He says, DAYLON speaks. Why am I more confused than a homeless man under house arrest? Cammy saying, we the prize such thing as a no Reese 101. Oh, there's no such thing as a no. Yeah, do you think you're funny? You're going to learn the hard way. John Erie, a mature woman understands the value of a no within context. Thank you so much, John. Black Dawn saying, a panel, what's your stance on 2K's thoughts of domestic discipline? If they weaponize sex, should we weaponize our ends? No, because you're going to jail. Violence is not positive or negative. Violence is a tool. You would love your husband to be violent against somebody that violates you. So I understand what he says, but just like the internet, you need to be careful what you say because people are going to put you on a poster. John Erie with the big $20 ball.
Cha-ching!
It says, anyone can weaponize sex, but women do it the most often. Furthermore, an independent woman doesn't speak of men weaponizing money if she has her own. Otherwise, she needs a job or a man susceptible to sexual weaponization. Thank you very much. We have Black Dawn saying, Fatty, do you think most men have money? B, yes, of course. Gold digger detective. Aww. Damn, that's crazy. And the Marine Mustang with the big $50 ball. Thank you very much. He's right now the sponsor of the show. He says, when men are wrong, were simply wrong. When women are wrong, it becomes a whataboutism every single time. Admit nothing, deny everything, make counter accusations, but just another level of delusion. My girl Melanie excluded, of course. A cutie. Thank you very much, sir. I
Hey.
appreciate you. Salute to you. Frederick, member for 5
The
months.
untouchable empire, baby.
Saying salute everyone. We have my boy Black Dawn back again saying, Jasmine, there was this guy that I didn't want me to come over. You must wait.
You must have blue
Blue balled
you
him
must have
several
blue balled
times.
him several times.
Damn, that's crazy. Poor man.
Poor guy.
Marine Mustang with a 10 plus $10 ball. He got us with a $20 ball. He says, let's stop with saying afraid. Always turns into intimidated. I'm not afraid of my bratty toddler when I give her Captain Crunch and Kool-Aid for dinner. Sometimes I just don't feel like arguing with a toddler.
Cha-ching!
Thank you very much. We're almost there, friends. We have Kendra live. I think this is Crimson Cure. She says, a man can't say no to birds and immature females. Woman, wives are accustomed to the word no, and we respect the no. Thank you very much, Crimson. Black Dawn back again says, Maya, you need to follow your man's guidance. All right, chat, calling it right now. Maya doesn't practice any of this, and it will be revealed in this show. Maya was driving. She will be back soon. We have JM with a $20 ball.
Cha-ching!
Says, these women don't want a leader, just a man to pay all their bills and fund their lifestyle. Thanks. We have Mr. DJ Fly, age 1. He says, if a man says no, the woman will shame him on TikTok and other social media, saying our man is evil and controlling. We have seen it every time. Thank you very much. We have Cami. There is God again. Very generous today. I wonder why. She says, if a man, I wonder why. If a man can say no, he a beta. Woman don't respect when a guy can't stand on nothing. Is diabolical. Jezebels don't respect their man. Example, except if he's good. Thank you very much, Cami. I appreciate you. We have Omni Design Studio says, no man or woman will respect someone who has not built something of value. Genuine respect is earned, not forced. Thank you very much. We have Brian coming through with 2 untouchable memberships.
The untouchable empire, baby.
Thank you very much, Brian Ross. We appreciate you. We have the Organical CMC saying it's dope to see Cheeky on the panel today. Salute. Thank you very much. Black Dawn comes back and says, Ronnie, you got to control a woman's mind. Fucking Charles Xavier over here. That's great.
Oh man, hey.
And he said, I can teach you how to dominate fatty. Paul. Thank you very much. I actually asked him, so it's my fault. Tariq in the building with a $10 ball. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. We have Black Dawn saying, Cheeky, we would have to be regressive in the law to dominate, and that's not possible. Well, not really. Example, Roe v. Wade.
That don't count.
That
women voted for that as well, so that's the issue. Like
Yeah.
they participated in that.
There's a fracturing issue like abortion. What is not a fracturing issue is woman voting and going to school.
Right.
Half of the woman would say no to abortions. You try to take the credit cards, you're going to see what unity is about. So it's
that's a little different. I feel like that's
but
different.
thank you very much, Black Dawn. We appreciate you. Shadow Dragon TV.
The untouchable empire, baby.
Untouchable executive with 1 membership. I appreciate you, sir. Zyrax says we treat you however you allow us to treat you. That's it. Thank you very much. Zyrax Stelgi says, what Melanin cooking tonight? What you cooking tonight, Melanin?
I don't know.
Oh shit. Get some Captain Crunch. Black Dawn in the building said, Cheeky, women are retards because we have to take care of them and they barely benefit us. Well, damn, Cheeky. I don't know. Is that what he said? Black Dawn, Dalen, there's a lot of feminine boys out here. Let me translate these. There's not enough men that make a lot of money. Damn, Black Dawn is on fire. Cammy, great show, by the way. Great covers and vibes. Kisses, kisses, kisses. Yes. Thank you very much, Cammy, for being here. We really appreciate your opinion.
Shut up, silly woman.
Black Dawn with the $10 ball.
Cha-ching.
He says, Dalen, men are not being traditional men. Next step of the conversation. Women are not being traditional women. Next step of the conversation. You would go if they have enough money and clout. Thank you very much. We have 5 to go. Black Dawn says, Dalen, you can be petty as a man. Hell no. Fuck that. I'm getting my get back GBG. Damn, that's crazy. Thank you very much, sir. We have Black Dawn again saying, women who complain about men who cuss them out or verbally retaliate to their BS are sassy, are just women who want to defang men as much as possible. Oh, defang. Okay. Women who complain about men who cuss them out or verbally retaliate to their BS as sassy are just women who want to defang men as much as possible. So I have actually a great example, right? Dalen a couple of minutes ago said, you are on the internet, fatty, not me. You know what I did? I don't think this is masculine. Me turning my camera off and going to take a walk so I don't smack you back. right? Like, I don't think it's feminine. If I smack you back, you smack me, you throw the first shot, I throw the shot again. But because I'm trying to be a diplomat. No. Hey, Dalen, you are. Hey,
Conversations you have, because this is your world. This is your platform. I don't know what's going on and what people are bringing to the internet like that in that space.
So Dalen, do you have the benefit of me being able to be in my house? If I was on Anton and you said the same thing, I will go get some rocks. Me coming down is so I can get some rocks so I can throw it back at you. But once again, that's what he's saying is there if you do, there if you don't. If you go and do toe for toe, you sassy. But if you leave a woman stomp on you, or you're not a man, why you let a woman step on you?
They hate when you can beat them at their own game. They hate when you are more verbally, when you don't beat them. I think women would actually prefer a punch than a man that is actually just as verbally equipped as them, and maybe even better. Ooh, trust me, I know because I'm petty.
hey, Cheeky, and
I know because I'm sassy and I'm petty. That's
Cheeky.
me. I don't care.
When you don't fight back, they call you a pushover. When you
if you don't fight back, all of a sudden he don't care. All he want, and then now all of a sudden you a bitch because you don't care. Look, man, I don't.
Are you saying you talking about men you talking about men like when they can't beat men, they
can't beat men in anything, right? Because the
stereotype fatty way, or they don't play. If you can't beat the man in his own game, or he don't even play it.
Yes, it's bait,
man. Look, man, it's
remember
all
when Amber
it's all psychological warfare.
Yes, remember when Amber Heard used to go to the.
Don't you think?
You know what I'm saying? Remember when Amber Heard went to the court to complain about Johnny Depp, and their biggest complaint is, "You don't love me. Why don't you fight? Why do you always leave when we have a problem?" Yeah, because that's the game that they want. It's bait.
But don't y'all
think
there's a problem? Most of the time, when they say they dealt with all these toxic men, the bad men, it's the men that they really couldn't control, and the game didn't work against. So then we believe their narrative and go, they dealt with all these bad guys, but they just dealt with a guy they couldn't control. He wasn't a bad guy.
No, that's the narcissist. Narcissist is synonym with he put himself first. I couldn't control him. Every time a woman calls a man narcissist, usually he stood on his square and he didn't bend the backwards to do what I want. That's why he's a narcissist.
You know, we always counter. We'll go, okay, what was good about him? And they'll struggle with saying what's good about him. You know,
it was a good
all the time.
A good
or
man.
no, he was good till he wasn't good. So
A
we
good
don't. I don't
man.
understand. I would like to discuss all the good men they were dealing with and what happened to those guys, because there's no way they just dealt with nothing but bad guys, or they were good guys till they turned bad. That's what usually happens as well too. So
let me.
You know what?
And
I got a question, or the one thing I think to counter that. But go ahead, Fatty. I know you're doing the super chat.
yeah, and then you can go ahead and ask the question before we go to the conversation. Okay, Black Dawn, thank you very much. We appreciate you. The Marine, the sponsor of the show right now, with $80. He says, "I don't think women like DAYLON realize how much they insult themselves by attributing petty things men do to sassiness and femininity." Thank you very much, Marine. We have Ali. Black Dawn says, Ali, only woman man came on the panel that wear nail polish, leave Dark Lake alone with this trend corn. It's not Dark Lake, is
no, it's
public
not Dark
offender.
Lake.
I will say
Dark Lake.
it's public offender, it's not Dark Lake.
Yeah, you're right.
Shout out to both of them. Zero Fallout, gifted the
The
membership.
untouchable empire, baby.
Thank you very much. And he came to the other side with another
The
membership.
untouchable empire, baby.
And then 30K pulled up with a 5 untouchable membership. Thank you so much, 30K. We appreciate you.
I believe that there's multiple so-called black leaders who believe that they are untouchable.
The untouchable empire, baby.
Friends, there's 500 people watching the show on all the platforms. Make sure you like the video, friends. We need 200 likes in every platform. And if you can, be generous and support the PayPal and the Cash App. I would appreciate that too. Go ahead, Cheeky. You had a question, and then we go to the video. And thank you very much once again, Dylan, for giving us the alley-oop. She makes her life of her man peaceful. So we're going to talk about that soon. Miss Polly, welcome to the show too. Thank you very much for being here. Go ahead, Cheeky. What did you ask?
I think for all the women that complain about Sassy Man, the question we have to ask them, right, is why don't you put him in his masculine energy? Right? Why don't you behave in a way where his masculine energy can be brought out, because we have to do the same for the feminine energy. Like if I can find a man that puts me in my feminine energy, then I'll just be there and be feminine. Same thing. Why can't I just find a woman that puts me in my masculine energy?
Are you saying that man will be masculine if that woman will be feminine?
No, what I'm saying is, if a woman is complaining about if a woman is complaining about a man being sassy, why? If she need to ask herself, right? If this sounds familiar, it should. She needs to ask herself, what is she doing to not bring the masculinity out of that man?
See, the masculinity already have to be there, just like we expect. Just like we expect. We expect women to be feminine. You don't get to decide, or I'll be feminine for this man because I like you more than the other. It's like, no, you're either feminine or you're not. Same thing for the man. A woman can influence something. You should be masculine with or without a woman. A woman don't dictate the things that you need to have about yourself to be able to make good decisions, be a provider of yourself, take care of yourself, be a good contributor to your communities and the society in which you live. So it's like, what my solution is, if you find yourself in a situation with a man who is not a leader, that really sucks, and is feminine, he's not looking to be a leader, he's not looking to build anything, he is not looking for longevity in anything, and he should be left alone instead of trying to figure out how can you make this ridiculous thing make sense. It's nonsensical. A feminine man with a woman, it's not going to work. So the conversation is
how was he a feminine? I'm still with the cheeky thing though. Like, if you don't want a man to control your body, the way you carry yourself, the way you conduct yourself, and actually be the leader of your life, why do you get to dictate the way that he expresses himself and communicates? Especially when y'all ask men to communicate and be emotionally intelligent and available. Why are you trying to determine the way he's expressing himself to you? But then when he stops expressing himself, you get mad about that as well too. But when you want him to be emotional, he's emotional. Now he's emotional. Like, you want him to be emotional, then you don't want him to be emotional. Like, what do you like? You're pigeonholing your man to be what you want him to be. It's how he does it the way you want him to do it. You really don't want him to express himself unless he's doing what you want him to do.
I am totally lost with the statement, Ali.
So if you're dealing, I'll give you an example. if I come home late every night, I'm out with my boys every night. You starting to see a little text message in my phone, and you never go off. You're like, hey, babe, what took you so long? Man, I took the long way home. I just had a lot on my mind. My man had a birthday, and eventually you catch me, and one day I come in the house and you just blow up. Are you masculine for that?
Blowing up? Hey, what do you mean by blowing up? Getting upset?
You had enough.
Yeah,
and you
getting
blew up.
upset.
Are you masculine for that?
Wait a minute. Say it again, because you spoke and I didn't hear what you said.
You called him you called him cheating, and the way your anger manifested is by you being loud and belligerent. Are you masculine because you're loud and belligerent?
Yes.
That's just called angry. I mean, if you want to call it masculine,
No. That wasn't it. It's been building up, and then one day you go off. You've been understanding. You've been giving him grace, and then it built up, and he walked in the house one day. You just let him have it. Are you masculine?
I don't know if I like the premise of that question. I don't think that's speaking of masculinity. That's speaking to, are you upset? Like, are you justified in being upset?
But just because you're upset doesn't mean you handle the situation any type of way.
Well, no. That's fine. You can be upset. Wait. That's fine. You could be upset. Would it make sense to try to categorize something as feminine or masculine when it's just a human response to the situation at hand?
Right.
So if somebody is perfect example, if I have a woman, right, or I'm dating a woman who is verbally attacking me, and I choose to attack back, does that make me sassy or a human being that is trying to defend himself in a verbal attack?
And to that point, if you are retaliating in a means to diffuse the situation, you're yelling at me, but I'm going to exert my voice and escalate to get you to calm down, versus someone that wants to retaliate. And like,
who holds the responsibility of diffusing the situation, and why?
The man, because you set the tone. And if you do respect your man and you getting out of pocket and he has to exert himself, you need to immediately respond to that, because it's only for your benefit. You may be more
don't. Great. Right. We're speaking on the most ideal situation that most women, if they're honest with themselves, are not ideal. When
That's
women
true.
are confronted and a man says, you need to calm the fuck down, they get upset with, you need to calm the fuck down, right?
That's an attack. And the reason why they feel attacked is because now
what's an attack? What's an attack?
They take it as an attack. So I'm explaining what Cheeky said and giving some more depth.
Okay, perfect. You're saying the phrasing, you need to calm the fuck down, is an attack, right?
That's how it's perceived to the individual that you're describing.
Right. So even if that's the case, does that make sense to view that as an attack from somebody whose language does not commonly dictate that?
That's the thing. It does not make sense. If you're getting out of pocket, your man has to say, calm the fuck down. You know, that's, to me, you need to respond to that, because if he can sense that, okay, if I'm telling you to calm down, now I'm seeing that it's going to be escalated, and I need to ensure that, hey, I'm going to cap this right here. This is your opportunity.
Is he sassy for that? I just need clarity on that. Is he sassy for that?
No, to exert authority, to say, hey, we're getting over the board here. Let me be captain of this ship and let it be known the waters is getting a little shaky. Let's bring it down. But I don't think that a man should get as loud and continue to allow the woman to go back and forth. That's the thing. When you like put your foot down and say, hey, we're not going to do this, you're putting a stop to the back and forth. But if you
what if she don't want to stop?
How is he putting a stop to it if she doesn't stop?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm separating. If you do not stop, then you know, if you're still in that type of relationship, you are now feeding that toxic behavior. Because if you just found out that your woman won't even listen when he's saying, hey, we're having a back and forth, we may be saying things we don't mean, I'm gonna
you're muted, Daylon.
You're muted, Daylon.
You're on mute again.
Go ahead.
Get back. Okay, you go.
So what I'm saying is that if your woman won't see that as like, hey, he's looking out for the both of us in the sake of our relationship, because when you're going back and forth, you pose the risk of saying things that you don't mean. So if your man is saying, hey, something is going over the top, I'm going to put a cap to it. And if you don't concede to that, then we don't need to even be in a relationship. But if you're going to make that a normal thing, it's normalcy to go back and forth as if like a woman would go back and forth with a bitch or something like that. It's like, no, like you don't get trapped into the bickering. You're not about the bickering. You're about the solving.
So this kind of goes back into why Fatty and I, right? This kind of goes back to this idea that women lead the relationship, because the only thing a man can do is leave, but that doesn't necessarily solve any problems. It just removes him from a situation that is unfavorable to him, and more unlikely to a future man. That problem still occurs. But because a woman has the ability not only to choose who she sleeps with, who she has baby with, and who she dates, she is literally in control of every interpersonal aspect of relationship. But yet, some way, somehow, women still maintain, even with all this autonomy, freedom, and choice, that it's up to a man to determine when something is out of hand. And if that man is heard but not respected or not followed, he just has to leave. That's not a solution to a problem. It's not a long-term solution. It's not an actual solution. It's something that's impractical for the benefit of anybody or any society if women think that they can behave this way and just move on to the next, right? There is no solution to these things. There's nothing I can do to change a woman. I don't even know if beating a woman would change that, to be honest, because some people are just that stubborn. Maybe they should just be excluded and social pariah, so they just don't interact with other human beings, and maybe that can cause them to be crazy enough to either off themselves or change. So those are the only two options we got here. We need to separate them from people that are sane and know how to manage their own emotions, know how to manage their own understanding of themselves, or get therapy. I don't know if therapy actually works. Right. I have to look more into it. So
and to add on what Cheeky is saying, isn't a woman being masculine when we continue, not you in general, I mean like women in society, they say they want leadership, but when men come in here and convey their experiences and what they desire from women keep trying to dictate what the man should want from the woman. This is what the man should expect. This is what type of woman this man should get. Like the women keep rebuttaling what the men are saying. Isn't that being masculine? If you want to be with the man,
what kind of man? Because I've heard this before. I want to make sure when you say no. You're missing my point.
You're missing my point.
Okay.
If all the men on here said the same thing of what we require from our women, and we said at whatever kind we said, either we're control. This is what's going to happen. Either Cheeky's sassy or Ali's controlling, or Ali's sassy or Cheeky's controlling. So whatever way we convey this message or what we need from our women, it's either going to be he's controlling or he's sassy. He's too domineering and dominant, or he ain't got no backbone. So what I'm asking is, if majority of the men say the same thing on the panel, and then majority of the women are pushing back and saying, no, we don't see it that way. We see it from our perspective. If we're the leaders, who's wrong?
I think that if women are pushing back, then it's whatever.
Can you answer my question real quick and then give context? If we're the leaders, and we're telling you what the leaders need, and the women are saying we don't see it that way, y'all are controlling and sassy, who is typically wrong if we're the leaders and you're the followers, if the leaders are telling you what you're supposed to do for the leaders?
Well, if they reject, I can't answer it straightforward like
yes, you can. I'm gonna give you. You got children?
I have one son.
Yes, ma'am. If your son dictated to you what he was going to do to the house in the house versus you telling him what he's doing in the house, who's the problematic person in the household?
Me, because my son cannot tell me what he's doing in the house.
No, ma'am. You missed, ma'am. If your son is trying to dictate what he's going to do in the household and override what you say,
right?
Who is wrong?
The child.
By action, but because my child even feels comfortable doing that, I'm at fault.
No, so either you're purposely doing this to take away from what's actually happening to make it seem like you're a weak mother. So now if your child doesn't listen to you, you're a weak mother?
No, I don't think that. I'm saying, well, taking dictating what you're going to do and sometimes being defiant, I don't think goes hand in hand.
I'm trying to have a good faith conversation with you. If you're the mother,
yes,
and you're telling your kid what we're doing inside the house, and the kid is saying, no, I say what's happening inside the house, who is wrong?
Okay, in that context, the child would be wrong for being defiant.
Yes, ma'am. And I almost can bet you're Christian, but you might not be Christian, but I believe you believe in some type of order. If the man is conveying something to you and he said, this is how the household is going, and you retort back and go, no, it's not. It's going to go this way. Who's wrong?
See, in a relationship, you would be wrong because that's already your man. But you mentioned about men on the panel, if they make a statement about what we want, these are random men. My thing is, you can't
Hey, Daylon,
have
you're
a
not asking. Daylon, you're not. Hey, Daylon, hold on, Daylon. I love you too. I love you too. I'm trying to be intentional, okay? Daylon, who are the leaders in society in relationships without? So if the man is telling you you're going left and you're saying no, we're going right, who is wrong?
A woman in that context, but you're talking about a relationship.
No. So if you're still sleeping with someone you won't listen to, you're wrong. So if you won't listen to me, you won't cooperate with me, you don't value me, but you'll let me come inside of you, you'll let me in your guts and have a kid with me, you would have to be, hold on, because we were just talking about the enabling man, correct? You were talking about men enabling bad behaviors, right? But if you're saying, hey, this is my leader, but you don't cooperate with him, but you let him inside of you and you'll submit in the bedroom, who's wrong?
Okay, then the woman. If you're talking about a relationship, then
it's typically like that because the man never takes a break inside of the relationship. He doesn't. The woman will stop cooking, the woman will stop cleaning, the woman will stop talking, the woman will start being passive aggressive. Okay, whatever. Well, all right, whatever. Nothing's happening. You're doing absolutely nothing, but the guy doesn't want to lose his woman, so he's still paying the bills. He's still giving you provisions. He's still supporting you, and you weaponize that against the guy. That's what typically happens in a relationship. So what I'm asking is, who's wrong if the leader says something is wrong, but the woman is still benefiting from what the man is bringing into the relationship because you're still there because you benefit? Who's typically wrong?
Both.
But see, Ali, women do not see men in relationship as
what? So hold on real quick. Hey, Coco. Hey, Daylon, last one. You have a mother and father. Your father, when he gets mad, he's still paying the bills. He's still protecting y'all. He's still communicating with you. He still comes home. He doesn't stay out late. But your mama refuses to cook. She refuses to clean. She's not washing the clothes. Who's wrong?
I'm gonna ask. I would want to know if I'm seeing that. I would want to know why my mama has stopped doing that.
And this is
can't get right or wrong based on what I see.
And, oh no, Fatty, don't do Fatty. This is what I'm gonna say, Daylon. Majority of women manipulate their man. Majority of women like to play dumb, but they know they're leading these relationships. And when they say equal, when they say 50-50, when they say that's my partner, it's typically if you can get him to acquiesce to how you want the direction of the relationship to go. And that's what you're showing. You will not give a concise answer when I'm asking you about who's right and wrong based on when you already gave me a determinate answer on what you thought a leader was or who you think the follower is, but you're still validating the man based on what he's doing for the follower, not what the follower's doing for the leader.
I was not going to say nothing. I was going to say, if a man puts the hands on their woman, that will be the equivalent of me saying, but what did she do to deserve that shit? Right? like he gave she's not cooking or cleaning. I want to know why. Now imagine if we had the case where a man puts his hands on their woman and Ali says, you know what? I need to know what did she do for him to put their hands on her. I believe that most women.
That's not gonna bode over well.
No, but I believe
right. But Fatty, if you say, hey, Daylon, if a man ain't providing inside of a household, he's not paying the bills, and he's letting his family struggle, should that woman still stay with that man?
No.
Checkmate. You can give a concise answer.
You can say no to that real fast, huh?
Daylon, you can
That's
say real quick.
She had a straightforward no this whole time, but you
hold on, Daylon. You didn't let it marinate. You know what? Is she trying to find out why he's not? Hold on. I'm telling you how your answer should have been. She should find out why he doesn't want to pay bills anymore. She should find out why he doesn't want to be a provider. He was providing initially. He has to be a great guy. That's why she's with him. She needs to do a research. Then why are you doing it the other way? Why do I need to find out why? Hold on. Hey, Daylon, let me just land and you got it. Why do we need to find out why mama ain't washing no clothes or cooking anymore? But we don't need to find out why daddy ain't paying no bills anymore.
Maybe you should have asked me as if I was the woman instead of asking me as a child watching their parents' relationship.
Wait, what?
Okay. Because I'm looking at it through a lens of a child and her mom and her dad. I think that question should have been asked for me as if I'm the woman in the relationship that's doing the ignoring. You would have to ask me, what did my man do to me for me to respond like that? And now your last question that you just asked just slipped my mind because I feel like we just
I'll ask you again because you answering generalizations, so you can personalize it or make it general. So I know you can answer both kind of questions.
Okay.
I asked you, why did we have to find out why mama ain't cooking and cleaning anymore? But we're not trying to find out why dad is leaving and not paying bills anymore.
Well,
Excuse
from a
me, why
kid's
dad not paying bills anymore?
who wants to know out of curiosity, but for the other situation, the man already made his decision. He thought long and hard before he said, I'm going to stop doing something. The decision has already been made, and you said, allow it to happen, let it happen. What else can be done?
You know what? You know why this is bad faith? Most men don't stop. Women will. Most men do not stop paying bills. I have yet in my life, whether it's my friends, uncles, cousins, whoever in my life, I don't know, Cheeky, y'all and Fatty, y'all got the same, Ronnie, same experience. I have yet to meet a man until the relationship is completely done, even when the relationship is done, that he stops financially contributing to the relationship. Never seen it, but I see plenty of women. Sex gone, cooking gone. Hold on, let me land. Sex gone, cooking gone. Your clothes, if it's inside the washer, is wet on the floor. She'll take your clothes, throw it down on the floor too. She stops her services while the man still maintains his role in the relationship, even if they're not together in the relationship. I've never seen it. Anybody on the panel disagree? Agree? Most men.
Yeah,
Those
are non-negotiables. Yeah.
He still provides. He still provides a service where women like, nope, not over here. I'm not.
Are you speaking like for marriages or just relationships, period?
We will say marriages to have a good faith conversation, right? Because that's why I said your mom and dad or a man in general. I just wanted to know why your answer was so quick to a woman should leave. It's a deal breaker if he's not providing, but you didn't say it's a deal breaker if the woman isn't having sex, cooking, or cleaning. That's all. That's the main thing. Why isn't it a deal breaker if she stops her acts of service? But if he stops his acts of
if he stops doing that, if you withhold sex and all of that in kindness, I absolutely do believe a man should leave too. I think he goes both ways.
You said let's get to the bottom of why she's doing it.
No, when you asked me about my mother, that's why I said if you're asking me through the lens of a child looking at their parents instead of them being in a situation where it's the man giving up on me, that's looking at it two different ways. Because of course,
in society,
so mean to my father.
So in society,
I'll last question, and then we have to go to the next one.
Are most women gonna go, we need to support this man? Why did he stop doing this? They're gonna go, you need to leave that bum alone. Hey, you're not happy and you don't feel love, leave that relationship. Are they gonna go to supporting the man and wondering why she's leaving him and why he stops his acts of service? Or most women quickly gonna support the woman's?
What most women would do, I will tell you what sensible women would do. People
I didn't ask you about sensible. I didn't ask you about sensible women. We know everybody, hold on, DAYLON. Everybody on this panel knows that what a sensible woman probably will do from the logic that they've been expressing on this panel. What will most women do? Will they be sensible and logic and go, hey, if that dude was providing this whole time, something had to happen for him to stop? Or they go, girl, let's go out. Forget that nigga tonight. Let's go party. Focus on your self-love and happiness. Which one most women gonna do?
Okay. Through my experience and from what I see on the internet, most women are just gonna go with what they're said. They're not gonna try to hear both sides of the story. It is gonna be, if that nigga, let's go do some bald head hoe shit. So yeah.
And if most relationships are determined by that, what you're saying as well too, by her happiness and how she feels, aren't most women the leaders of their relationships?
The leaders or the leaders?
The leaders.
No, I think being led means that there's a destination or something. So no.
What? DAYLON, so a man, when he's a leader, there's a destination?
Oh, I thought you said are women.
Are most women leaders in their relationship?
DAYLON. You said
leader in their relationship? I don't think that. No, I don't think that women are leaders in their relationship.
Listen what I said again. if we have kids and what my kid wants and needs and what he desires is our focus in our household, he's leading our household. We watching what he want to watch, we eating what he wants to eat, he sleeps when he wants to sleep, he goes outside when he wants to, he comes back when he wants to. If most relationships is based on women's happiness and their feelings, who's leading the relationship typically?
Women. I quit.
I say women heavily influence the relationship. I won't say lead.
I quit.
I'll say influence.
Then she's leading. She's still. That's Lord have mercy.
What?
I guess I'm a tough.
Oh, she's leading. She's leading.
When we looked up control, that's what typically when someone has control, they heavily influence and motivate and determinant factor of the relationship. They control it.
Friends, we have to keep going. Daylon,
that's what she said.
Daylon has showed that she brings peace to her men, but not to the panels. There's only for the only your man. Only your man gets peace. The panels get problems. I don't want peace.
He the only one.
I want problems.
I don't give this out to nobody. Only my man gets peace.
Yeah, let's listen to these and then we go from there, friends. Thank you once again for all the people showing love. We appreciate y'all. We need a couple of members in both sides, and then we go to the last goals, the cash apps. Okay, we're going to read the super chats in a few. Thank you very much to the gigantic dono from Mr. Nick, the skinny guy with the $100.
That's not any from yesterday.
No, I don't think so. There's another Nick, either that or he changed his name, but I don't think he's the same.
I almost thought the avatar looked the same.
I don't know. Maybe he changed the name because I tagged him on the different way. So we're going to listen to this video, and I'm going to involve everybody that's been quiet for like 7,000 minutes. Okay, Tia, pay attention, please. Thank you.
I'm sick and
I said pay attention because she looks like you.
And this man is sitting in this car. Really? 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 Seriously? Seriously? Why are you sleeping in the car? Why are you sleeping in the car?
I need some rest.
So why wouldn't you come inside?
Because I can't rest in there.
Is your life that terrible that you need to be in the car? Is your life like that difficult? Why don't you come inside? For an hour you've been out here? You've been out here for an hour?
It looks like it. I just need to rest.
Do you want me to bring you something?
Peace and quiet.
Come inside, baby.
No.
Come on.
No. Just close the door, please. Just close the door.
Well, I'm gonna come and sit next to you.
No.
Did you just lock the door? Open the door. Open the door.
I put that on my show too, Fed. I put
that nigga said no.
Let me bring the people that be quiet for a second. Okay, let's go with Tia. And I see Ron too. He's been quiet for a while, and Mr. Melanin. So, do most women bring peace to their men when they are in relationships? Tia?
No.
Do you bring peace?
Can you hear me?
To yes. Do you bring peace to relationships when you find the man? Do you bring him peace usually, or you bring him problems?
Okay.
Oh, now she.
Yeah, she froze. She froze.
Let's try again, Tia. Are you there?
Keep jumping.
Are you there, Tia?
I'm sorry, it's raining really bad in Chicago, so my internet keep going in and out.
Yeah. Y'all Americans need to, like, the day that rains and your internet gets fucked up, y'all need to move. Okay, Canada, please. Tia, do yourself, when you get in relationships with men, do you usually bring them peace or usually bring them problems for the most part?
I believe I bring them peace. I haven't been told otherwise.
How do you do that?
I'm not a nagger. I'm not big on nagging. I do my best to listen. Um, I don't go back and forth. I don't believe I'm combative. Um, I make sure the house is clean. Like, I'm a very homebody. I'm very homely. So everything around the house is done. Bath water will be made when you get off of work. Like, I'm pretty sure I do what I need to do.
So, do you make your man life easier when you are with him?
I believe so, yes.
What about you, Mel? Do you believe most women bring peace to their man's life?
No, I don't.
Why you say that?
Because women are never satisfied. We definitely, you know, saw some of that today. So I don't think a woman is ever satisfied, me personally. So I don't think you can ever really bring peace in a relationship with a man because it's always something you want.
Do you usually bring peace to their life when you are with the man?
On a scale, I'd say about 75% peace.
What do you do to bring peace to a man's life?
Please cook, obey, be quiet, be led.
I don't know who did that, but thank you. That
was dope.
Miss Polly, how you doing?
I'm good. I don't know if you hear it very well.
No, it's fine. It's raining too. Where you at?
It's snowing. It's snowing.
Okay, so it's even worse.
Yeah.
Miss Polly, do you think most women bring peace to relationships?
Not most, no.
Do you bring peace to relationships?
I believe I do.
How?
I think I can bring peace by kind of being open to help them whatever they need, so that they can do what they need to do. And if they're with me, I would hope that that would include helping me. So whatever that looks like. So, if whatever they want to move, then I'll move I'll move what I need to do to help them, assist them. So I feel like helping them get what they need will then in return be, put back into the relationship.
Thank you. Miss Coco, are most women, do they bring peace to relationships?
I don't want peace. I want problems.
Good. I don't have that one over here. So most women don't bring peace to relationship, right?
Yes.
Do you bring peace to your man in the relationship?
Now I do. In the beginning of my marriage, oh my goodness, I was hell on wheels. I was a nagger. Like what you said, like if it was a no, I'd be complain until it became a yes. But these spaces have really opened my eyes to myself. And I had to do a lot of evaluation about, oh my gosh, that was me. So currently, yes, I do bring peace. And I can give you an excellent example. This week, we had a trip planned. And my husband politely told me we were spending too much money. And I was like, okay, babe, cancel the trip, pay out some debt. I'm not going to be shopping like I used to be shopping. and I wanted a housekeeper. And he didn't even say no. He just even acknowledged. He just completely ignored that request. So this is to the point where it's like I'm on his page. It's been a progress, but I am on his page, and it's so much better because I see the intention and the vision that he has, and he didn't have to explain it too much, or he really didn't have to explain it. Like he told me, you need to sit down. So
what is the vision?
Oh,
sorry, Fat. Like, what is the vision? What is this blueprint and this place he's about to take you? Like DAYLON said, like, where's this place he's going to take you?
Well, the blueprint is he's good with money. My husband's very fiscally responsible, and his credit score is like in the 800s. So one of the goals is the mortgage is going to be paid in 10 to 15 years because he doesn't want to give the mortgage company $1 million. Another is to max out our 401k and our RA accounts, and he has a brokerage account that we want to fully invest in. And for me to stop using, if I'm going to use a credit card, I have to pay off the balance in full before the next cycle. So right now, there's like maybe 800 left on my credit card that I could pay off. It's just been hectic. But anywho, that's the intention and the goal that he has set. Because again, my husband, he's good with money. He's good with money. I'm in more debt for student loans than he is. Oh yeah.
But what if this is the thing? Oh, go ahead, Melanie.
Just real quick, can Cheeky give us his final thoughts? He has to actually head out.
Cheeky gotta go. Nobody cares. Go ahead, Cheeky. Is he stuck? Oh, he's not stuck. That was a straight face.
Do you have any final thoughts?
Did he even hear me?
I don't think she's hearing. Are you there, Cheeky?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think he's hearing.
I think he's watching something else. Something else.
Watch out.
Cheeky, you back? Hold on. I think he back.
Yeah, I'm back.
He caught the joke late. He caught the joke late.
He got a great poker face.
Now he caught the joke late. He was watching. I guess he was watching. He said, "Oh, that's what Ali just said."
I heard the whole joke.
Thank you very much for stopping by. And I just want to point out this, Cheeky. Do you notice that? And shout out to Uncle Rick, because he says all the time. All of the women said that they bring peace to their relationship, and all the women say that most women don't bring peace to that relationship. So it is majority of women don't bring peace, but it was 5-for-5 that woman on the panel bring peace. So he's never on the panel.
Hey, Fatty, I said I didn't at first.
It's like saying I was alcoholic, but I'm not anymore. So I'm not there's actually a redeeming story.
Melanin said 75%. So she tried to give a count for the 25, but hey, man, women, we can't live with them, can't live without them. We seem like we like them because we always talk about them. God damn it. So,
Cheeky, thank you very much for stopping by, sir. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all. Have a nice
night. I still didn't.
I'm sorry, Ali. I thought you had a question.
Oh yeah, I'm coming back.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Why do we always have to do something in order for y'all to love us? Like, I meant like the greatest love we ever got from y'all is like middle school or high school love, where you actually loved us, like you were crazy about us. But why do we always have to get to this plan, this blueprint, this and be good with money for you to love us? Like, it's never like, hey, you know what? I just want to be where he is. If he went across the world, I'm following wherever he goes. If he's in debt, I'm staying right next to him. If he's not good with finances, that's the love of my life. I'll figure it out. Why is it that we always got to reach some kind of checklist or check off some kind of checklist for the women to love us? Well, we just love y'all. Y'all can don't meet none of the checklists and we can still love you.
That's not true. We got to
be crazy. Really? So if that's not Coco, hold on. Since you want to go to the dark side. Hey, Coco, if men today, if right now it went, hey, most men, if y'all truly not happy, if women not truly catering to y'all relationships, do you think most relationships would end today?
No.
You think most women are catering to men?
No. I'm sorry. I thought you said, do you think most relationships would end
if men were asked right now on the spot, hey, if you're not happy, if women don't cater to your feelings, relationships are ending today. Do you think most relationships would end today?
if men said that the women are not going to cater to them, that the relationship
men were told today to end their relationships if
they
they're
would
unhappy.
not.
No. I'm saying that's the scenario. They're told to end it. Like they will end it. This scenario, you know they wouldn't end it, right? But what I'm asking is, if they were told to end it and they acquiesce to the order, do you think that most relationships would end today?
Ali, ask the question.
Do you believe most men are happy in their relationships?
No.
Okay.
No.
So why would you say that's not true? What I'm saying then, Coco?
Well, no. You said that
y'all can miss all our check. You can miss all our checklists.
That's the point of contention. We can't miss all of your checklist. That means y'all would marry anybody.
No, we'll marry what makes us. You will make you happiness for us. We might be unhappy, but we'll take this unhappiness because we know most of where men will go is still going to be unhappy anyway. I'd rather take this unhappiness here than go find another unhappiness. This is my unhappiness. Like I love you because you're my unhappiness. Oh no, it's keeping it real. So if you're saying most women
I'm not saying that men do not let go some of their checklists for the women that they eventually marry, but a woman has to check off something on that checklist. Men aren't just gonna pick up a random woman on the street and go marry her, genuinely speaking. But to your point, to what you're saying isn't that it's not that he had to tell me all these grand things. A lot of times my husband doesn't really say anything or give an explanation. But what happened earlier in our marriages, I gave pushback. I had to give my opinion. I had to find out why. I had to know all the reasons for this, that, and the third. And I learned over the course of time, that's not going to work. That's not just like, so back to what y'all showed about the wife talking about, let me get in the car. I would have been like, let me get in the car, because I thought that, hey, I'm going to help. I'm going to remedy the situation. But now I'm like, you know what? When my husband wants me around is when he comes around me. I don't have to always be in his face. I don't always have to be asking him what he wants. You have to learn what I'm saying for the course of relationship. For women who truly want to be with their men, they're going to learn their man and understand, oh, what I've been fed, what I've been taught, is not right.
No. You said he's good with money. It wasn't about how much he loves you. It wasn't how much he supports you, how much he's crazy about you. It's the fact that he's good with money. That's what a lot of women like about their man. No, I'm not saying you're that way. That's what you said, though. You brought up the fact that he's good with money. You said I started listening to him because of the direction he's taking us, and you said he's good with money.
But to that point, I could be like, no, I'm going to still use these credit cards. I'm going to buy whatever I want. I'm going to do what I want to do because I don't want to deny myself the gratification.
So you would stay with him permanently if he was bad with money?
I would have stayed with him. I would have just stayed with him, stay with him.
Okay. I'll take your word for it, right, Coco? Because there's never nobody on the panel.
Wait.
I'm gonna say my point. I'm gonna concede to your point too and say, hey, maybe we do want something checked off. My main point is this: why is what you a lot of times women love in general about a man is it's everything, but it's outside of him. It's not him. Like we love y'all. So whether it's the sex, whether it's your looks, whether it's your softness, whether it's your moods, whether your bad attitude, whether we love making up with you, everything about what we love has to do with you.
Yeah, but I gave an example in terms of peace and being on his page, being on his program. My husband was not making the amount of money that he's making now. When we got together, I didn't marry him because he was just I didn't marry him because he was just buku wealthy and just doing well. I married him for him. Because he didn't have a lot of money when we got married.
Then why wouldn't you? No. Now look, Coco.
Yeah.
You said that you weren't giving this man peace the entire relationship. You just came around to giving him peace, but you also said that now he's doing well for himself now, right?
He's average.
Dang, yo. Hey, Ali, you hear this? Hey, hold on. Okay. Why is it coincidental when we say that the young woman gets it together when she gets older because somebody's there for her versus how she actually feels about him? It almost matches up with the fact right when he got his things together financially, you started acquiescing more.
I started acquiescing before that.
Okay.
I started acquiescing before that. Again,
What made you do that? Okay, if you were doing it before that, what was the motivator for you to give him peace?
Thank you for asking. The motivator was I started getting more into the word. To be completely honest, I was in y'all spaces. I was in my mind thinking I could do better, and then
In our spaces, you just started.
No, well, I'm just saying to understand y'all's perspective. But I started getting into my word, and then that opened me up to listening to more men-centered content and understanding what my role as a wife is through a biblical perspective. Because yeah, go ahead.
So you have to act.
Can you answer this question? Was this recent?
This was really around the time my son was born, so like 10 years ago.
So you've been on these spaces for 10 years?
No, I said I got into my word, and then I guess
got in this space.
Yeah, and then got into this space.
When was that?
2020.
Okay, Kevin Samuels.
Yes.
Okay.
But could if this is a logical conversation, would I be led to believe that if you never came across the Bible or God, you'd still be giving that man hell?
Yeah.
Damn. So somebody else had to motivate you to love him and give him peace.
No. Not motivate me to love him. I always love my husband, but I needed
to give him peace.
But women need to know what their place is. And if you're listening to outside forces that say, sorry, when I grew up, it was get your education, get married, have children. Okay. But that was that. And I saw how I'm not going to get into my own history, but nothing was taught of how, again, like, I know I'm supposed to serve my man, but serving my man doesn't mean I can't yap or I can't, have something to say or snide comments, because I saw that around the women. Yes, they would serve their men. Yes, they would do, but they would have that mouth too.
No,
so when you grow with that, what helped change me is okay.
Hey, baby. You know what always been problematic about me with people who got into faith? It is when they started worshiping or believing in God when they feared something, that there was a consequence. It wasn't them not, and I'm not saying what would bother me about people who would become religious. They only became righteous and wanted to follow order and be a better person because they feared going to hell. They started thinking about what happens to them when they die instead of naturally having an inclination to be a good person without having no other motivating factor. You get what I'm saying?
Can I tell you, I understand that, but that's not what happened to me. My identity was caught in other things outside of who I believe I was.
Like what?
My identity was caught up in my career. My identity was caught up with being a wife. My identity was caught up with being a mother. And then when I had postpartum, when I went into labor at my job and my child died, and when other things happened to me, when those things didn't satisfy me.
I'm so sorry what happened.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
How old was your child?
He was 7 days old.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah, July 23rd, 2016.
So sorry to hear that.
No, thank you. It's all right. But those life experiences, again, life is the ultimate teacher. It's like, I thought I was wrapped up with, I was in corporate. I was a director at 32 or 33 or whatever. I was just caught up in what people tell you should be, especially as a woman, as a Black woman. And when all those things were stripped away, who am I? And so those type of things that happened to me helped me evaluate, oh, this is a scam, like this boss woman mentality, all these things that will cause you stress and the different work environments. And so, yeah, I had to come to Jesus literally, because I was a Christian, but I wasn't really abiding by those principles. And that's when things started changing,
So you truly believe that you really believe that once you can kick that habit, it's not still there, like wanting to come out. Like, do you have your moments where it wants to come out? Like,
I have my moments. And then God checks me. Yes, I have my moments of like, I don't want to listen to you. What are you saying? Like,
but what is that?
This man's talking.
Coco, what is that?
It is the rebellious spirit sometimes that is in all of us with some things. And particularly for women, it is I know what he's saying, I should listen to it, but I don't want to listen to it. And I have to reject that and be like, you got it.
Man. Okay.
I mean, it's an internal conflict that I believe most women, if not all women, go through. You know, making the decision.
Well, they can't kick it. They can't kick that habit. Most of them can't kick that habit.
You're right, but I will say for you, Ali, and for Fatty, again, these spaces for the small minority of women who are like, man, I am going. Wow, this has been me. This has been reflective. I've been doing this. I've been rejecting good men. Blah 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 blah. For those small women, it changes their lives.
I don't believe so. I don't believe so.
I said a small percentage. Fatty.
Yes, and even on the small percentage, I like he's probably 2 women in 100. Because
you're right. You're right.
Because the thing about it, this is what we're talking about. We did the duties. Like,
And
you
one
really
of them
think these
faking
women
fat.
on this? Do you really think these women on this prime are going to listen to you? And they won't. And
The majority,
Coco,
you're right.
Coco, I'm glad that you got here, but you had to be severely banged up until you shapen into the woman that you are today. That shouldn't be the case. That shouldn't be the case, because I was raised around African women, and they show wifely traits since they are 13. They cooking, cleaning, obeying, shutting their mouth, doing their thing. When there's big celebrations, the men don't get in the kitchen. They know what they're doing. The men know what they're doing. Everybody goes to their direction, and everybody moves along. With Western woman, I think it always is after 30 because it comes out of necessity. When you have no place to go, you turn to up to God and back to the kitchen because you don't want to be outside. And that's usually what and that's usually what it is. The kitchen was always open. God was always up there. You didn't want to look up because everything was good. Y'all get so banged up that it's like a guy that is almost dying. It's easy to believe in God if I'm on the bed waiting for my final breath. See what I'm saying? And for a woman, it's 30, 33, 35.
How about that number?
Right? It's kind of weird that Kevin Samuels can get through y'all when y'all 40 and have 2 kids, but he can't get through y'all when y'all 22 and you are no kid, no nothing, titties perked up, everything on the place. Like, it's not because you don't understand the message, it's because you don't want to listen. It's like your kid is going to eat candy no matter what until he gets a belly ache, and all of a sudden he's saying, see, I'm listening to my daddy now. No, you got the belly ache. If you didn't, you're going to keep eating. And I don't like to compare women with children because, once again, there's some women that make the life of their men actually easier by doing their job and staying out of the way. Most of y'all, I would say 99% of y'all, are problems. Aaron O said this, and this is to me the best quote he ever had. Shout out to him. I don't know who he is. There's no healthy man that gets into a relationship and says that his life now is more peaceful. Never. It doesn't happen. No matter how good of a woman you are, our lives get more stressful because now I have to deal with you on a day-to-day basis, and women are women.
That's opportunity cost.
Sure, but you have to be a very chaotic man for a woman to come to your life and bring peace. You need to be on the negative state for a woman to come in and to clean the waters. If you're a man that already has these waters clean and you have his shit going on and you can sleep, you don't have furniture, you live under your below the cost that you should be, you don't go on international trips, you don't buy expensive clothing, you don't have 7 dishes in China and furniture and the court. Like a woman, when she brings into your situation, now you have to work more. You are more stressful. You have to stop doing the things that you like. You don't play basketball anymore like you used to. You don't play PlayStation. You can be on panels anymore. The Oscars are on right now, and your woman wants to see if Michael B. Jordan won the shit. So now you have to leave the panel to go be with her. Like, y'all are problems. And when I say problems, is y'all are an extra addict that we don't have to deal with. And come along to the end of our life. If you are an exceptional woman, we're going to get to the end of the life saying, you stress me out, but my life became easier with you here. When I may say easier, You took a lot of things off my plate when it comes to kids, when it comes to the organization of the house, when it comes to me coming home, and my house is not exactly like I left. Some things were actually moved. The clothes is there, the sofa is clean, and all that. I will say this: y'all are fucked.
But that's
I'm
most
sorry.
people.
Hey, now, hey, Coco, respectfully, man, y'all are fucked. Because once these robots that OpenAI and Elon Musk and all that shit can fold some clothing, cook and clean, it's over. And I don't think women understand this. Once these robots actually, once you can leave your house and there's a Roomba that actually cleans shit and puts everything in place, and you get like y'all are done. Because if I'm going to have the headache of dealing with the woman just to get the benefits that a robot can do for me for 10,000, 20,000, I'm going to buy the robot and I'm going to deal with y'all part time, which a lot of men are already doing it because they can have a full time relationship with a woman before it becomes problematic. So I would wish that more women listen to us on this space, especially Ali, because Ali actually cares about y'all. He's passionate about it. Ali has something that other content creators that are conscious and about community don't have, which is he's passionate about it to the point where he derailed the main event and now I have to change the thumbnail. But that's my brother. And this is why I separate him from other people, because y'all say he over pursues, he's too intense and all that shit is because he cares. Most of these people don't care and they only pretend and they care about how it looks. You see what I'm saying? The aesthetics of being a ill woman and an ill man. As soon as we turn off the cameras, they go back to the same person that they were, and they have no problems with that shit because they are only here for either entertainment purpose or to learn game so they can go and use it to the person that they love. And that shit is kind of sad, but at the end of the day, it's not my problem. I'm not playing the game. I'm not playing to win. I'm not playing to lose. I'm not playing the game at all. And if I find somebody that actually can give me a level of like my life can be easier, I'll probably be in heaven because that shit doesn't exist here on earth.
And when Fatty says that, it's just a facade in the front. He actually is that person. He just doesn't want to care too much enough. If it doesn't work, it'll hurt that bad as well too, because he's that kind of a person as well too. He doesn't want to put his hopes up and it doesn't work and it hurts just as bad, because I wouldn't even be dealing with Fatty if he wasn't that kind of person. He keeps trying to pretend like he's not that kind of person, but the stuff in the back he does is way more than the stuff he does in the front for people as well too. And it doesn't even have to be announced. He doesn't announce most of what he's done for people. So he's that person as well too. He just doesn't want to be. He don't want to be disappointed.
When Ali dies,
oh my god!
Like when Ali dies, like when Ali dies.
My donor
No,
thing
let me explain what that. Hey, when Ali dies and Ali gets to the pearly gates and he's like, "Hey, go, where's my boy Fatty?"
Oh Lord!
Not I know. He's going to say, "Hey, my bad, brother Ali."
Fatty,
I'm like, oh, shoot, Fatty up here too. Hey,
I hope they find a good
He's going to laugh. Hey, if you want to go with him, is the red door over there. Like,
in all my life, do y'all know why I teamed up with Fatty? And it's gonna sound crazy. And not, don't take it the wrong way. He reminded me a lot of the qualities of my mother. She's completely straight. She's a immense type of person when it comes to loving people and caring about people, even though he hides it. But he has the qualities that it's very rare that I've come across in my life. Fatty's straight. Like, it's no left, right, gray areas. It's straight. It's going to be this way. It's not going to be no other way. And he's highly built off of integrity and how he treats other people. If you look at his show, people don't notice this. And he does better than me. I try to do my best to try to do it, and I suck at it. He tags everybody on the show. He puts he makes sure everybody's supported, everybody knows about it. He makes me go out to get people IDs, make sure they know about it as well too. He tries to involve everybody and make sure everybody knows what's going on. And I try to be a better person when it comes to that as well too. He tries to be a great person, tries to be a professional person, and I hope to get the way he is about stuff, but he's very diligent about the quality that he puts out the people and how he treats people as well too. So he can downplay himself as much as he wants to, but the people who are real people see it. You know, that real recognized real term, and there ain't no cultural divide or cultural boundary as well too. And he don't get it because he's from another place. He's doing what people are talking about on the panel. You're supposed to be. That's what he actually does as part of one of the headliners of the Untouchables.
What more do you want from me? Oh my God.
Stop snitching.
Oh yeah, he does what people are talking about to do as part of the culture. A lot how the brothers are supposed to act. He does exactly what you. That's why a lot of brothers be mad. A lot of people be mad, and they go, "Oh, he culturally insensitive. He don't know what's going on." He's doing exactly what people are saying we're supposed to be doing. You know.
I appreciate the kind words, Ali, but once again, friends, I am professional. I still hate y'all, and once I get rich and famous, I will leave y'all stranded. Y'all going to deal with Ali because I'm out. I'm taking DAYLON with me because she's fun. We're going to have a lot of fun, DAYLON. Ali and Mel and Coco, they stay with
Don't leave me behind. This is
going to stay with Ali.
DAYLON just got here. Get out, DAYLON.
I am like Ali's going to say, "Damn, fatty, you left us." I'm like, what? Who new phone? Who's this?
Oh no, when he off YouTube, y'all know it's a rap probably. Like the only reason I'm on YouTube is because he's on YouTube.
Hey friends, we're going to read the super chats and send everybody to Nino Nation. I want to see if Michael B. Jordan actually won the Oscar because
without somebody calling him Igor.
Wait, I thought that was a different award that he won. It wasn't the Oscar one.
There's no way. That's the best. There's no way he should have did it. He did phenomenal with playing two people. Like when the movie started, like God dang, like this, they killed that movie. And he I always say that Michael B. Jordan acting is decent, and I still believe that as well too. But he was on his Denzel with this movie. Like
yes, he was.
Did his thing with this movie.
No, but Ryan Coogler just won.
He keeps getting better every new movie to me.
Ryan Coogler just won a screenplay. Ryan Coogler just won a screenplay though. It's on right now.
That's cool. So friends, we're going to go to Nino, but we're going to read the super chats first. Melanie, please drop your Cash App on the chat. Make sure that you treat Melanie to a lunch. Hey, Melanie, just already monetized. You still playing with us?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I filled it out.
Do you already have the money sign on your thing?
No. How long does it take? I thought you guys said like a month or something.
No, there's days. You get the letter on the mail and you're done.
Okay.
So talk with us after the show, please. Okay.
Okay.
And Miss Polly probably got to their destination. Oh, she's still driving. Miss Polly, we're about to wrap it up. Let me just read the super chats and then we bounce. The OG J Speed says, "What kind of cake is this? It's going to be flat." Damn. Appreciate you. We have Nick. Actually, Nick is the same one from yesterday. Nick donated incredibly to the Untouchable Empire. So thank you so much, Nick, for all you do for us. I said, great show. We have John Eric saying, "It isn't a man's responsibility to police behavior of an adult woman who fails to show discernment and discretion of her behavior." Thank you so much, John. And we have Nick again with a 10 Untouchable membership.
Cha-ching!
Shout out to Nick in the building. Carl Anderson with 5 Untouchable memberships. Thank you so much, Carl. Thank you. Appreciate you, Carl. I hope I can repay you one day. Thank you, sir.
I believe that there's multiple so-called black leaders who believe that they are untouchable.
The Untouchable Empire, baby.
We have John Ariel. He says, "Stop asking contemptuous woman for discerning answers. Problem solved. You better leave DAYLON alone." We have OG JSP saying, "The child being defined, the woman's being defined." There's some bars. We appreciate you, OG. We have Tel G in the building saying, "Bless your heart, DAYLON. I know you mean well."
Aww.
And Nick coming in with a $20 ball. He says, "Yep, it's me, Nee. I changed my name for you guys."
Cha-ching!
Thank you so much, sir. We have Marine in the building. It says, "Daylon can walk in her deepest sincerity and not get her ankles wet. Who hurt you, Daylon?" Thank you very much. Ali, can you read the rest of them, please? Or you're not there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, I have to go to the restroom real quick.
Of course I can. Okay, here we go. Oh, you already got it up. My brother DJ Vapors gifted us with 2 memberships. Much love to you, my brother, DJ
The
Vapors.
untouchable empire, baby.
And then Robert Platinum been a member for 5 months. Yo, Ilcon, give me some money for Newports, man. That's crazy. And then my brother DJ Vapors gifted us with 2 more memberships, man. Much love to you, my
The
brother.
untouchable empire, baby.
And then Cammy hit us with a $2 super chat. Let me see. The Fatty, you already read. So you read all the rest of them? He read the rest of them.
Yeah.
Did he say? Okay, hold on.
He read the ones from earlier.
Okay, I guess he read those 2. Then that's the last one. Hold on, let me see something real quick. I think that's the last one. I think so. Just double checking. Yes. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's the last one. If that's the last one. But where did Fatty go? Where did he just go?
To the restroom.
To the restroom, man. That man. I got a homeboy like that. We be going to the movies and he be going to the restroom the whole movie. I was like, man, why even pay for a ticket? You done went to the bathroom about 3 or 4 times. It don't make no sense, man. Had to go to the restroom. I hope it might have been important. So I ain't gonna hate on him. He coming back. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, I heard you. I'm drinking a lot of water. I'm going to the gym because I want
that's
to
good.
be.
Hey, I'm on it. We both. Hey.
I'm so proud of you, Fatty. Good job.
Shut up. Say I'm proud of you when I finish the race, not on the first mile of a marathon. But I appreciate y'all, friends.
True that.
Are the super chats done?
Yeah, those done.
Okay, so friends, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Dylan, glad to have you on this side. I appreciate you. And Miss Paul. Oh, damn, there's more. 5.
My brother hit us with 5 more gifted memberships.
Thank you very much, Nick. We appreciate you. Nick,
the man.
$260.
What? Cha-ching.
Thank you so much, Nick. We appreciate you. And friends, we send you to Nino Nation. Make sure when you get there, at least to subscribe. And if you can, drop a membership or a Cash App. Friends, Ron, Miss Paulie, Daylon, Coco, Melanie, and Ali are signing out. Peace.
And give the man peace.